guys know it is Drunken Chat, son. The more I watch that intro, the more I love it. It's gonna get retuned. We gotta add a couple more members to the joint. But as the guy said in the video, it's Drunken Chat, son. You here on a Friday night. You're fucking with the renegades of fucking late night. You're fucking with the fucking nut dragons of motherfucking whatnot. You're fucking with the fucking the king of comic stocks. You're fucking with the lord of the fucking Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's here. Everybody's here in full form. Fellas, introduce yourselves. Let's start with you, LeBron.
Hey, what's good, y'all? It's Comics Man. I'm still out with the fellas tonight. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at Comics Man. Follow me on Whatnot too. Actually, follow everybody. Follow everybody on Instagram and follow everybody on all their social media networks. Get Ultra to his 1,000.
Yes.
Get Mel to 5,000 and Crusaders to 5 million. Whatever everybody else, 9 to 6,000. Appreciate it.
What's up, guys? At Brian McClay, just chilling. Just got done doing
The Hot
10, and it's about that time for a smoke break. I'll be back.
Is there?
Y'all know who it is. The Ninth Wonder, probably the most hated man on Whatnot after this morning's events.
That motherfucker. We'll get into that in a minute.
But y'all know I'm just happy to be here. Follow me on Instagram at the Ninth Wonder. Holler at me on Whatnot. The sales been crazy. That's all I can say. The fucking sales been crazy on Whatnot.
I thought I was killing it. I see you go on a rampage last night. So my man got it. My man, that's all hell the king right here. King of night.
Hey, it's hard work, brother, but somebody got to do it.
Somebody got to do
it. What's up, everybody? Ultra Maximus in the house, chilling with comic book royalty, in my opinion. We got some good people. Yeah, hey, real recognize real. Absolutely. And sometimes, we don't recognize real as much until fake show up, but hey, it's okay. But, I'm very, very happy to be a part of this Friday night excursion into no sleep and madness to my wife, because, of course, I'm useless as shit on Saturdays because of this little shindig. But but it's worth it because it's Drunken Chat, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm right now putting the final touches on a spec matrix. Shout out to Rob's Comics.
Oh, that means international matrix.
No, not this time.
Matrix got a passport today?
Well, no, the Matrix is working from home, so he ain't fucking leaving. He ain't hopping on no plane. He ain't getting no fucking vaccine passport or nothing. And if anybody needs to get themselves a crazy conspiracy uncle assigned because of the things that you can now talk about, such as audits, one may be appointed to you by the name of Ultra. So if you need something, DM me.
Oh, nice. Text me.
No. In case you didn't hear, it's now public knowledge and news that you're not going to get banned for talking about the shenanigans that went down. And Arizona's ground zero, which I wish McClay was here because he can't talk about it because he's not here. But Georgia has 3 counties that got thrown under the bus, and Pennsylvania is about next for forensic. So it's forensic audit time, and the beard of integrity will hold until all audits are continued and completed. And you know what? Solo Wookie, my witness. Solo Wookie's the only one that knows full stipulations include all legal challenges.
I know you still don't think Trump will come back over this week.
I didn't say this week. I didn't say this year. I didn't say none of that. All I'm saying is we're in uncharted territory. There is no constitutional remedy for what we're in, and shit's about to get real. And the media is really trying to fucking make us all mad at each other. Don't get mad at your brothers.
He's gonna come back and start passing out Ultimate Fallout 4s, man. That's
fucking ain't right. He said 2 bands was the last shit I left y'all with. Well, here's 3. You know what I'm saying? So like, it is what it is. But look, if you're for truth, justice, and the American way, then you are for truth, no matter where it may lie. And I'm looking forward to some shit I'm looking forward.
It's fuckery that might have went down with the election. It's also fuckery that went down with AMC this week. We'll talk about that.
We were going to talk about that. So let me finish out the introductions, man. Freaking to tease all that. Hey, I am Lucas Vecina from @comiccrusaders.com. Come check us out. Once again, we also have a Comic Crusaders shop page. We've got the It's Drunken Chat Son page where y'all can pick up the comics, or at least check out some prices of which stuff might or could cost. If y'all need help with any of that stuff, you can go to my Instagram at darkhorsefox35. If you can hit me up, man. If I'm not drinking, I won't be too much of an asshole, and that's just the way that is, man. So you just got to catch me on at the right day, at the right time. That's just the way it is.
I told Lucas to get the fucking Jabba the Hutts. I'm looking back at. I'm like, this motherfucker didn't order. I'm looking back at our text. I was like, you know what? I really kind of didn't tell him to order them, so it's on me. I'm eat that. This motherfucker. If this book blows up, I'm straight this motherfucker.
Because I told him twice. I was like, hey, even after the FLC,
he did.
For some reason,
he did. He changed. He changed the order. He's like, you still want them? I didn't answer him. I'm gonna eat that. That's on me.
But so I gotta get on that pool box, man.
We all should be on that pool box, but you know how we do.
Yeah. Look, and well, I mean, just so let's be clear, you know, because I think a lot of people have some misconceptions about how it's going to work. I mean, normally on a good day, on a great freaking day, it's going to work out for you, especially when it comes to incentives. However, if you live like all the way out in bum freak Indonesia, that shipping is going to freaking kill the heck out of you. All right. Also, once I send you the invoice, you got to pay that right away, especially before FLC, because if you don't pay before FLC, guess what? Eat that. Yeah, I'm not going to have the funds to actually buy that. I'm not trying to freaking spend my own money for that stuff, right? And I use the money and the funds to pay for other stuff. I use it to pay for the site. I use it to pay to give these guys what they need every once in a while. No, I use that for different stuff. So if I give you an invoice, if you can, we can go ahead, get it done, or just tell me, hey man, it's too much for me right now. Just do what you can do. So
why would you not want to pay the invoice as soon as possible to secure your order, especially if you're ordering for variant covers?
No, I'll tell you why. I didn't do it.
Well, no. You don't need to tell us why. We understand. Sometimes these things happen. Look, we've had sharks tell us.
You order when you fucking inebriated as shit. You get that bill from Lucas with a smiley face at the fucking end. Like, God, I ain't got this motherfucking shit. That's what happened with the Job.
I mean, that's what it is.
That's the equivalent of a drunk shark not checking out with his book and cart, which, from what our messages have been told, happens an awful lot.
Happens an awful lot.
Yeah. So what do we have for you this today? I mean, once again, Ultra says he's got a great freaking matrix for you. We've got, and just like normally, we've got some Drunken Wall Street news. We've got some trading cart news. We've got some movie news, and usually neither of those things mix. But this week, oh boy, a lot of that stuff mixed up. And I'm going to show that to you. And guess what? A lot of that stuff is still going to be actionable. So once again, I hope you guys held on to your pennies and not to spend all your money on the what's not. What's the name of the app that you guys catch a fire on?
What not going to work this time? What not gonna work next time and the time after that unless they fix that shit quickly.
What not works for me? What not works for Ultra? Not Ultra. Ultra.
The what not worked for me is that whole getting paid thing that hasn't worked out yet.
What not works for Comics Man?
I ain't gonna lie. I done had a lot of success on that app, but I done seen some people get fucked over on that app too.
Here's the thing. Listen, I'm going to say it again. I told this to Mel backstage just a second ago. I think the app is amazing, has massive potential. But man, you could tell they're a startup. And that's just the way it goes with a startup.
You know what, McClay? When we go back to the original conversation that I had But we had on this show before I got on Whatnot, I say that app does have amazing potential, but just like anything else that has crossed our timeline since humans been on Earth, shit that got amazing potential can have devastating results too. And me and Mel witnessed that shit this morning. We witnessed that shit firsthand this morning.
I ain't even gonna mention dude name, but it's rarely I get pissed about some shit. It's really I gotta walk away from some shit. So, and I don't want drama. I'm not a drama person. But
just tell him what it is. This guy's lucky that Ultra didn't find out about his auction, because I would have been in there and lighten him up.
Your man is lucky because Knife got his ass. Knife got his ass. I know Ultra would have went sick on him. So, all right. So, if you're not familiar with the Whatnot app, it's basically a live auction, right? And you say whatever the fuck you want to say to sell a book. This dude was.
Go ahead and say he's a salesman.
Yo, I'm not hating. I cannot. This is no. I can't hate on if a dude will make $1. Hey, I cannot hate. I cannot hate. But yo,
you gotta have some knowledge in the stuff you're selling, though.
When X-Men Alpha sells for $35,
pumping it up
because Magneto was on the cover. I'm like, whoa, hold the fuck on. And people were paying, and people were defending it. He was like, yo, it's worth whatever I want to pay for it. You know what, bro? Cool. If you guys want to pay this, he made a killing. I cannot hate.
Here go my thing, and it's an easy way to diagnose this. Somebody could say, Hunter, what that man do on his Whatnot feed is none of your business. How he choose to sell his books is none of your business.
He right, and
that's the easy way out of it. That's the easy way out. But at some point in time, you have to stand on integrity. If I see somebody buying a $3 book for $40 fucking dollars, I don't care if I'm in an LCS at a convention on Whatnot. I'm gonna tell them, bro, you just paid $3 for a $40 book. That the dude selling the book didn't even have enough fucking integrity to show you the condition of the book. And that's gonna be one of my big problems with this app is you're gonna have people on there who should not be selling comic books on this app. Because you have to think, we in the age of social media that we live in, when people see you in front of a camera and you got an audience behind their screen, look, that gives you a little bit more power than maybe a guy that's in the chat saying, hey, I kind of think this guy's full of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter. I know my shit. I know that was a $3 book. And here go the other thing about Whatnot. You got to think, before comics came to Whatnot, it was Pokemon, sports cards,
Funko.
A lot of these motherfuckers don't know about comics. They just say, oh, well, damn, Whatnot got comics now? Let me go look over at these comics. And they just on there buying shit. So if you got a guy on there that's saying, oh, I run a comic shop, I know what I'm talking about, my spec is good, they like, well, this guy, he a veteran. He know what he's talking about. They're gonna buy the books. That's abuse of power.
This abuse of power. This what was Web of Spider-Man? No, Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man, like 9 or some random shit. But yeah, this is easily a $15 book. And as soon as he said it, that shit shot for like $17. I was like, dude, I'm looking at eBay. I said, shit's $2. Yeah. I was like, yo, that's just no way.
Here go my other problem. You got people like Ultra, Comics Man, Mel, myself, some other people we won't name on this show.
Motherfucker, I was working hard.
People that's working hard on Whatnot, giving people honest grades. It's okay to speculate on a book, but you have to do it in a way that's not just pure bullshit. For instance, I speculate on books all the time, but it's not even speculating. I tell you the facts about a book. I sold the book last night. I told them this is the only 9.8 on the CBCS census. CGC site was there when I went to check yesterday, but I don't think it's a CGC 9.8 out there because I've been looking for quite a while now. I told them it's a major first appearance in here. It's a second print, low print run, et cetera, et cetera. Gave them all the facts about the book. Say, now I'm gonna let you make a determination on how much this book is worth, but you won't find one of these on eBay, so you can't do a price comparison. Raws for this book normally go for $50. I think the book is worth X amount, but you guys are the market. I'm going, as I would say on the show, I'm gonna let the streets decide.
Let the streets decide.
I'm going to put the book up for $1 and let y'all run the bid up for here, or I'm gonna put it up for the minimum I'm willing to accept on this book. That particular book, my minimum I was willing to accept was $200. The book ended up selling for like $220, $230.
So, but you know what's crazy? Like, yo, I don't even like to say, yo, go check eBay. I don't even like to say that on my auctions. I'm like, yo, pay what y'all want here. This I'm like I said, I'm let the street decide. I'm like, yo, I call it a heat check. Let me get a heat check on this book. You know what I'm saying? Books off fucking 10. I can't say I took an L because those was books that were sitting on eBay that was not selling at all. They sold and whatnot. So I didn't really take an L. I definitely didn't take an L because I paid cover price for a lot of these books.
This guy got a deal on 2 books. And then I think you got a deal on some books for me too, didn't you?
Comics, man.
Yeah, both him and Ninth Wonder, man. They tuned in the auction. He sees me selling a $200 Thor #1 third print, and he's like yelling at the people. He's like, "Are you people dumb? It's a $200 book." And he's
Look,
like,
I'm transparent. I bought that book from Ultra for roughly $100. Less than that once you consider the free shit Ultra threw into my package. And I turned right around and sold that book on Whatnot for $200. So Ultra, I got to get your PayPal because I got to give you your cut of that. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's the right way to do stuff and a wrong way to do stuff. And that's period. And the guy gonna say, the seller gonna say, a book is worth what people willing to pay for it.
Which
Look,
is true.
if you give
Which
a blind
is
man,
true.
if you give a blind man a rock and you tell him a piece of gold, he don't have no way of discerning whether that's a piece of gold unless somebody with clear vision can tell him, bro, that's not a piece of gold. But if you gave him that rock and he knew it was a rock, he wouldn't have paid for the fucking rock. He like, I can get them off the ground for free all day. Why am I gonna pay for that?
That's true. Very, very, very valid points on both sides.
What the book has sold, like one of the books we're talking about, it was a what if book. That book one has sold for $40 if he would have pumped it up.
No, bro, it was $56. What if?
Wow.
What if Guardians of the Galaxy fought X-Men? Some just random bullshit. Like what?
Dollar being book.
I had to walk away. I was like, yo, son, I'm out. I ain't mad at the dude. I'm out. I cannot fuck with this at all.
Yeah. My only concern is that I feel like if that type of stuff is happening on the app and it becomes normal standard practice, that it's not going to grow. It's not going to help grow the app. It's actually going to make that shit regress fast as fuck. Because if we back to those type of games, as a buyer, I would rather just play the eBay game.
Well, that's a great point.
Yeah.
What does the app need to do at this point to grow? What do they need to do correctly at this point in order to grow? One of them is to pay the people. Like there should be no problem getting money from the app, right? That's number one.
It's not a problem. It just motherfuckers is impatient.
What do you mean it's not a problem? Sometimes you gotta contact them and say, hey, when am I gonna get paid?
People just being impatient hoes. I was an impatient hoe. I wanted my money.
Ultra, you being an impatient hoe?
I waited 48 hours before I emailed them. I'm like, hey, I only had one sale close, and then shortly after emailing them, a couple $100 in sales popped through. But I'm still waiting on a couple hundred more.
Right. Listen, I was an impatient hoe. I had them. I was like, so where's the money?
So look, I did, and the way that I got everything set up is one comic. It unfortunately goes first class mail, and it takes 4 days for that shit to get there. Sometimes 5. Well, I don't know. Actually, the last package arrived today, so 4 days. I mailed everything out on Monday. Monday morning, mailman came and picked that shit up from me at my house at like 1 in the afternoon.
Oh, you got love, because I had to drag that shit to the post office. You got love.
No.
Listen.
So it takes the priority mail stuff that went out all hit their destination by Wednesday, with the exception of one big package that took until Thursday. Correct. And that's the one that I'm probably waiting on, because that was a package that probably had a majority of the shit that I sold. Like there was one dude who got a fucking priority medium box from me with a mailing box that was fucking padded, full of books. So I know that the payouts are coming, but there was some delay.
All right,
Just
so
because
that's number one. That's
something
number
wasn't
one.
synced.
That's number one. We've heard people talk about not getting money. You should always get your money in the amount that time it says. So that's number one.
But I emailed support and it came quick.
Here's number two. Number two is you're 100% right, Mel. They need to do better at getting the right people on there. If there's a waiting list to get on there and they're choosing who gets on there, then they should be picking people who are who have knowledge in the thing they're selling, right? If there was no waiting list, then we have no room to stand on. Number three, another thing is they have to know their program a little bit better, right? They got to know when people ask questions about something, you need to get the right answers, right? So that's number three. Those are, in my mind, the only three things that I see that thing needs, right?
I got a fourth thing.
Oh, I was going to say the computer or the PC.
They need to fix how to follow people on the app, because if you follow someone and it zips right back to the top and you have to scroll down again to get to where you last followed somebody, that's annoying. They need to hire me for their developer.
If you can input the data on PC, game fucking over.
Well, that's what they need that in order for people to create content on there. Again, I don't want to look like I'm talking terrible about that, because I am a huge supporter of that. Matter of fact, like, I'm doing my best to try and get Flipside over there. I want Flipside over there. We just have to get a couple things in order for us to start doing it. But I think that it's the next level if a couple things can happen. It is literally the next level of not only selling, but it's also the next level of content creation and entertainment.
Now let me ask you this: if eBay was to provide a fast auction type service like Whatnot,
I would rather do it on Whatnot.
Really?
Me personally, because I want to create content, right? I know a lot of people just want to sell books, but me personally, I want to create content and sell books, right? So that is like, what's that?
You create content on YouTube.
I know, but I want to create content there. Like, I don't think people understand what I'm saying. Like,
YouTube is over.
Yeah, YouTube is dying a slow death right now because of the amount of problems they have with their copyright bots and their their strikes and certain things being allowed and not allowed.
They're racist. They're racist monetized policy.
Yeah, whatever it is, man. There's no reason the show should not be fucking monetized yet. I mean, other than the only reason I think that the show there's a minuscule of a chance that it's not monetized is because it's called Drunken Chat. And maybe they're against drinking. I don't know.
They have Budweiser's fucking monetized.
I agree, but we're not paying them millions of dollars.
It's too many brown faces. That's what I'm standing with.
Hey, man, whatever. This shit should be monetized. That's all I know.
All right. Can we get into some news, or do we want to still talk about tech stuff?
I'm good. I'm good with some news. Talk to me, baby. What we got?
All right. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Mark Bez, who passed away at 57.
Biz Markie, yeah.
I don't know. I didn't hear exactly how he passed away, whether it was a heart attack or.
I know he was diabetes.
Yeah, he was sick. He was sick. I'm
gonna sound terrible, but this is like a Mandela effect for me. I thought he passed already, man. I thought he passed 2 years ago.
He said he was on hospice like a month ago, he was on hospice.
And he was only 57, bro.
Yeah, it's right around the corner for some of us, right?
Son.
And you're right, man, Brian. There has been so many rappers that have passed away, like from the golden era, right? From the, I'm not talking about the Sugar Hill. I'm talking about the golden era of when
late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, rap was just becoming marketable.
That just means we're getting old.
How old was he?
57.
57.
That's not old, bro.
Too young.
No, I'm talking about us as fans. We're getting old.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, sad.
Going into Drunken Wall Street, this is what it looked like last week. It was looking pretty good, going green and everything. Then bam.
Yeah.
Bam.
And I love it as a new short. I love it, baby.
Yeah, freaking Mel was hitting me up all week. Hey, what about this? I was like, go, baby, go. Just as long as you look. Because, so for Mel, he got in at a good position, right? So
Right.
no matter what you do, no matter whether you buy more or sell some, you're in a good position just as long as you get the price right. And this was a good week to buy, just as long as you weren't buying like weekend freaking call options and all that other good stuff. Now, the things that I was concentrating on this week was those semiconductors. Brian's been talking to y'all about, hey, chips and semiconductors, they actually kind of cratered this week.
Son, New Egg, one of the biggest stores.
It did
and
pretty good this week.
No, they didn't.
Well, at the beginning of the week, they were actually doing pretty good. It was kind of low, and all of a sudden, it just freaking took off, and that was at the beginning of the week.
Because it was also a meme stock. If you hear meme stock and you hear
stay the hell away,
short the fuck out of that shit, bro.
Yep, stay the hell away. So the reason why people were keeping an eye on semiconductors this week was because Sony has announced that they are looking into getting 2 more factories inside of Texas. So that's going to be interesting because not only would they be able to build more stuff for the PS5, but guess what? They would be able to punch out new semiconductors and chips for other stuff. So with that concentrated, that just the fact that they're getting money from the U.S. government to build more chips, that turned the wheel of what we thought it was going to be dispersed for the other companies. No, if Sony's got that cash to just go ahead and throw it at factories like that's going to be something.
So in theory, Sony could partner up with NVIDIA.
Here's what they would do. They would buy out most of the factories that some of these other companies are using, and then they would have to wait in line because usually factories, they can't just freaking build 2 different chips at the same time, right? They build one for maybe 3 months and then they shut down, change out the freaking the machines and everything, and then go ahead and start with the new ones. Now, what conceptually would happen is that NVIDIA or some of these, or like Intel, whatever, would pay Sony to build their chips at whatever factory that they now own. They've already got 1, so they're looking into getting 2. Now, most of the chips are actually built over in, like Philippines or Indonesia or whatever, but they're fighting with China over there for that territory. So here's where it gets interesting. October 15th this year, a lot of these lower income people who are getting minimum wage, they want to have a strike because they don't like the fact that they're getting $7.25 an hour. And I get it. That's bullshit. But if we're trying to bring these jobs here, do you really think Sony is going to pay $7.25 to build, or more than $7.25 to build the freaking chips? Because they could just, once again, they could find some other country in South America, whatever, to build these freaking chips. So that's something that you got to freaking look at and see where the money is when it comes to these chips. So just keep an eye out on that.
I want to say this also. Mr. D asked, what was a good short? And Mr. Nucky said, if the inflation figures, this goes in everything. Disney, motherfuckers not gonna have money to take the fucking kids to Disney. That stock's gonna drop. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. So exactly.
They're gonna start canceling their Netflix.
Yeah.
That shit's gonna drop.
Exactly. This was a big month, right? Because once again, and I've been telling y'all about this, that those unemployment benefits are going to drop for a lot of people, and not only that extra $300 to $400 that people were getting through that unemployment, that's going to freaking drop. A lot of the people that were supposed to be getting unemployment, they still haven't gotten their stuff because states taking their freaking time. They are starting to wrap up cases for the PPP loan that people were fraudulently freaking getting. In this month, the FBI is knocking on a lot of freaking doors. Plus, a lot of those mortgage and those rental moratoriums done. 30th of July done. So a lot of people are getting kicked out. So there's a lot of stuff happening this freaking month, and we're going to get to that inflation joint.
Can we really blame Biden though? It was those free fucking checks that were given out. Don't just blame Biden. You got to blame government. Don't just blame one person. You got to blame government.
Yeah. I mean, here's the deal. Like, if you're over 30, don't even start talking about that, right? Because right now it's the younger generation that it's in their minds right now. Like, okay, right now I was getting those checks, but then when I went back to work at the job that I just got fired at, and they want to offer me either less or even less than I was getting on the freaking check. So I'm not really motivated to work right now. So that's so they're thinking of that in that way. In the meantime, some of the companies have relented, like, okay, yeah, we're going to go ahead and pay you what you want. We're going to raise it up to 15, 17, some cases $18 an hour. Well, guess what happens with that? That means that the companies have to borrow more money from the banks, which increases inflation down the line. Whether it be, look at this chart. This is from the New York Times. When it comes to food away from home, that was going to happen. Used cars and trucks, that goes back into the semiconductor and the chips that I was talking about earlier. Rent a primary residence, that put a lot of leverage on the landlords that they were going to be able to do whatever they want. And airline fares. Now that the pandemic is supposedly over, guess what? People are going to be traveling back and forth and traveling to wherever they want to go right now. So there's a lot of stuff that's happening with inflation. What's the good short? Shit.
Every fucking thing. Every fucking thing. Take a long short, bro. A long short, because guess what? Cars, Tesla. Who the fuck is going to be able to afford a Tesla? Nobody. Who the fuck is be able to fly airlines? Nobody. You take all this free money away, shit gonna fucking crash. You got to be in the money, short. Think about you want to know what a good short is. Think about if you didn't have a job. Think about if you didn't have a job, what the first thing you would cut the fuck off? Short that stock. I'm cutting Netflix. Short that motherfucker. I'm cutting. I'm not traveling any fucking more. I got no fucking money to travel. Short that motherfucker. That's
definitely ain't cutting internet. Nobody's cutting internet anymore. That used to be one of the things that used to be like, I'm getting rid of internet, I'm getting rid of cable, I'm getting rid of this. Not anymore.
Yeah, you can't live without internet anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can hotspot from your phone if you gangster like that, but
No, we're not all young 24, 25-year-olds that got knowledge of the technology like that. So that's just something you got to keep a
man. I'm plus 40, right?
Once again, I'm not targeting you, man. I'm talking about these, a lot of the workforce.
Good point. Good point. There isn't a labor shortage. There's a decent wage shortage.
Are you hotspotting from your phone right now, Ultra?
No.
Okay.
Ultra got bread.
What?
I don't think that you can hotspot from your phone and have fast internet, though. That's the other thing. Like, so many people are so used to having fast internet that, man.
They just gave me a fucking credit increase. Not Wells Fargo, but Capital One. Shout out to Capital One.
Yep. So this is what the sentiment for AMC was. Once again, how did the AMC stocks treat you this week?
These numbers, they fucked me. But these numbers are not the real numbers. We know this.
Oh, what Dennis is talking about is Wells Fargo was randomly closing people's lines of credit.
Yes.
Well, you know why, right?
Yeah.
It's because back in 2008 to 2000,
Remember that?
they were making up fake freaking accounts on people, which was fucking up their freaking credit, and then coming up and freaking foreclose on people. Like, wait, what are you talking about? I never had that freaking account. They said, well, you got it right here, and it was robo-signed, right? 2 or 3 accounts under one freaking person's name, robo-signed. And shit was getting foreclosed and freaking sent to the creditors. And that's how Wells Fargo was making their money. Now they're saying, well, that never really happened, and they paid fine. Now they're just randomly closing these credit things. I think they were doing the same shit over again. And now they're like, oh, well, we got to freaking close the circuit before the SEC comes in and freaking takes a look at us again. Because once again, people are saying, hey, this feels like October 2008 again. So the first thing the SEC is going to do is they're after they get done looking at this naked short stuff, they're going to putting these banks through the stress test and seeing how it goes.
I'm trying to tell you that. Let's talk about this, Lucas. AMC is the ultimate buy right now. I'm telling you.
Well, so it's the volatility is interesting right now, right?
It's
Because
crazy.
just a couple of weeks ago we were talking about it at 66, and then it dropped down to 40, and I said, and you were telling me, hey, buy it at 40. I was like, I'm not comfortable with buying it at 40 because I think it's going to drop down.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at target prices. The target prices right now are anywhere in between 5, and that's disaster area, to 19. So I think that's where it's going to freaking touch is right around freaking 19. That 18 and 19 is a good one.
It'll never drop that low. It's going to be a managed squeeze. They're going to give people. I put it like this. If once you see the calls go up, once you see the calls go up on this stock, is when you buy, because banks have the hedges got to make their money back. They lost a ton of money trying to short the stock. Hedges got to make their money back. They're gonna fuck around with the numbers, and when it's time for it to fucking, you're gonna see an uptick in calls.
Well, so let's I want to think outside the box on this, right?
Okay.
That a lot of these people aren't even taking into account. Okay, people are playing the option, the call game. I think that's bullshit. Let's look at the movie game, right?
Oh, the movie's is done.
Right. How are the movies doing? And right now, Disney, Paramount, Peacock, they are balling, and HBO Max, they're having fun with the fact that I can release a movie out in the theaters at the same time that I just have it on my platform.
That is fucking suicide, because there's a thing called Fire Stick. Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, but the thing is,
so hey Mel,
Mm-hmm.
I got to tell you, man. So I hadn't done a Google purchase in a while. They offered me a $10 discount on Black Widow through purchasing through my phone. So if you went through your Gmail and added a credit card and all that kind of stuff, and you actually went and purchased Black Widow, it would have been $19.99. So you can say that it's suicide all you want, but it's actually not. They already have the streaming service set up. They already have the people subscribed to the streaming service paying you the monthly fee. And then they're going to charge you $30 before discount plus taxes to sit in your own house. But you can then rewatch the movie over and over and over again as many times as you want with Premier Access. I can tell you right now, they got a ton of people like myself who said, why would I want to go down to the movie theater, wait in line, buy my ticket, pay $30, out the door once I get my popcorn and fucking soda anyway, so after your ticket, after your popcorn, after your soda, you can't pause that shit. You have to sit in the movie theater. Motherfuckers always be talking. You want to kick the shit out of them. And that's just frowned upon. So seeing it from my bed and being able to pause that shit and then rewind.
You're absolutely right. In a perfect world, AMC stock would be at that price. But what's happening with that stock and what was supposed to happen with that stock? You know the real number on what AMC is? It's like over $5,000 because they're hiding the real number. They're parking your sale. You're parking your buy orders into a thing called the dark pool. Lucas knows about the dark pool.
Yes. So, right. So, well, I mean,
they're delaying your buys.
Are you saying there's fuckery afoot?
This will be the biggest foot in the world.
So let's. Hey, once again, there are more. That's not. Once again, remember, AMC was not the only one. GME,
GameStop, exactly. This is what this is why GameStop went crazy, which is stupid. You think GameStop went stupid because it's a fucking great fucking stock? No, I hate going to GameStop. Fuck GameStop.
Now, once again, the interesting thing about GameStop right now is you got to remember what I told everybody back about in January is that this PS5 thing is so fucked right now because yes, they are selling out, but guess what? Nobody's playing. Well, there are people playing, but there's not enough people playing because
there's no fucking games.
Yeah, Sony. Yeah, Sony doesn't make money off the consoles. They make money off the games and the in-game buys. But if there's nobody playing all the freaking consoles because it's sitting in some rat fucker's house, then guess what? They're not making all the money or the revenue that they should be making. So once you start to see these buys on eBay drop down to where they should be, which is like around 500 to 400, then you should start seeing this money for GameStop and Sony, excuse me, go back up. It was 85. It's now back down to 108 for Sony. It should be at 120 to 128 for Sony.
So you want to know something crazy, Lucas? So my wife and I are talking about video game consoles because we've got a Wii, and my son's getting to that age where, he's wanting to play bigger video games and stuff. He's playing Sonic the Hedgehog on a tablet right now, and he's playing a little bit of Super Mario on the Wii. So when I told her, how much a PS5 costs, she goes, "Oh no, I'm going to get a Switch." Oh no, So in typical mom fashion, I can guarantee you the market for the people who are buying the PS5 are waiting for the goddamn scalpers to come up off their ass and get rid of them fucking shit that they're sitting on.
So I almost sold my shit 2 weeks ago. I'm not playing this. I paid $900 for my shit.
I know, man. I know, and it's the problem. People got that memory that they paid at the peak. You know what I mean? It's like a Jeff Scott Campbell limited release that's hot, and everybody remembers what they paid for, and then all of a sudden they have that case found at the warehouse, and so really fucks your shit up a little bit. But that case found at the warehouse eventually goes away, and then people are like, "Fuck, there ain't no PS5s again," and you got to ride the wave of opportunity to sell these things. But I'm waiting. I'm fucking holding out because I need a PS5 in my life.
Bro, them shits are supposed to be readily available in March.
Well,
right.
Readily available.
No.
So as you guys are looking at Switches and all that other stuff, what about that new mobile PC that Steam's coming out with? Have you heard about that thing?
Well, it's funny that you say that because I'm actually looking at Bitcoin that's called Internet Computer and a couple of these other online processing, basically where your PC is basically just an online virtual thing held in quantum computing. But yeah, so who knows what the future holds, Lucas? Who knows?
I gotta buy a new computer. I can't fucking afford it because the goddamn chips, the chips are so fucking crazy.
So it looks like the evergreen tree that was scorched with the sunlight is finally turning green again.
No, sir. This was last week.
Oh.
So BTC at 33,000, Doge at 21 cents, XRP at 63, and Ethereum at 2,132. How did we do this week?
Show me the trade this week. Oh, damn. Scorched earth again.
Even the U.S. Treasury isn't looking too good, and that's because a lot of people are putting more into the bonds for overseas stuff.
She's like a fucking maxi pad right now.
All right, so wait. I got to talk to you guys about this because here's where it gets kind of funny. So crypto.com, you guys know the big push for crypto.com everywhere, including in the McGregor fight. I mean, all over YouTube. You guys probably see a commercial for it at least once a day. They finally was like, oh, wait, you know what? We want you to have a crypto card. Here's a crypto card. I'm like, really? I tried to get one before, but there's pretty stringent qualifications and I didn't load enough money in there. But the market bottomed out so much that it basically made my holding of Bitcoin so big, which it feels good, when the market bottoms out that far. But it's still a fire sale. There's still a lot of things. There's uncertainty in the market, but if the only reason why Bitcoin does what it does, and I want everybody who's into Bitcoin to know this, the only reason why Bitcoin does what it does is because the US dollar does not have a direct transferable relation to Bitcoin, but that may soon change. That's actually been talked about on the agenda where the US will have a USBC, US Bitcoin.
Yes, sir.
Oh, no, yeah, the Fed is coming up with that.
Well, they're trying to.
What's the Fed? Once the Fed comes up with this shit, so other shit goodbye.
Well, yeah, because they'll make all this other shit illegal because it's untraceable.
Yes, there you go.
They will have the blockchain on the federal dollar Bitcoin, and they'll be able to track everywhere it goes. They'll be able to tax you at whatever rate. So it's basically Big Brother. So as much as I like Bitcoin, I like cash.
Man, I've been telling people for the longest, y'all praising this Bitcoin shit, but y'all don't realize, what I'm saying, the devil come in many forms. The devil come in many forms. They started this shit out. Are we breaking free from the system? This, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying?
So next wonder. Are you saying this is the end of times?
I'm not
Yes.
saying it's the end. No, it's not the end of time. I'm not that type of dude. What I'm saying is that it's kind of aching to when the where everybody was able to get internet in their homes. People thought that shit was the best thing in the world. It's good on some forefronts, you know what I'm saying? But
Hey,
a lot of bad
shout,
came with the internet being readily available too. You know,
Too much information.
hey, shout out to my brothers who remember when the internet came in the mail on a disc for $250.
AOL.
Ooh.
Shout out to motherfuckers who's the fucking stealing shit from the doctor's office down the block. Get that
You had to get
fucking
it back in
AOL
them
chat
days.
room.
You had to get it back in them days, man.
Those are collectible.
Them young bloods
People
never
collect
know the
those.
pain.
All right, yeah. Let's get into the comics. We are a comics podcast.
Well, once again, I'm all that stuff just so I could talk about, and let you guys talk about, because we talked about inflation, we talked about prices going down, so a lot of the comics that I saw that should have gone up, it didn't really go up, and I think it was because people are holding on to their money because of circumstances revolving the whole economical situation. Why the Last Man? The trailer just dropped either this week or it was like last week or something. It dropped, yeah. So they're letting everybody know September 13th is when it freaking pops. July 2nd is when it went from right around $50 and then it went up to $1,500 right now. And that's for a 9.8. So we've been waiting for this since the UD days, man. Freaking for Why the Last Man dropped.
For real.
It's I like the story. I like the way it was going. It's a lot better than a lot of the other apocalypse stories. It works through a lot of stuff. It's a little weird for Hulu to do it because they already have a series called The Last Man. It's an apocalyptic thing, but no, that's out there. So once again, I do believe that there's still going to be just copies out there, just roaming free. Grab those, and you got about 2, 4, 5 months before this freaking thing drops, and we get to see how they're just going to do. Now, speaking of games, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, right? This is going to be like a Marvel versus Capcom with different characters from the Nickelodeon freaking family, such as SpongeBob, Helga, Danny Phantom. And I know you guys don't know who a lot of these characters are because you guys are old fuckers. Zim, Michelangelo, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, with Leonardo, Patrick Star, Link Loud, Ablina, and Powder Toast Man from the Ren and Stimpy series. Now, why do you guys care? Once again, this is introducing some of these characters from the 90s to the kids of today, right? So think of what happened with Miles Morales when that Sony game came out, right? All of a sudden, the Ultimate Fallout 4 just popped, right? So think of the potential for this to freaking pop. I've already seen some footage from the game. It looks okay. It looks pretty good, and I know definitely that my kids are going to want to play this when it comes out. So what's out there right now is there is a SpongeBob comic, which was I believe his first appearance until somebody tells me otherwise. That's out there. It's freaking dirt cheap, and it's just out there. So I would say, why not freaking take a chance? Because this is one of those that it's worldwide known. Your kids know it, and there's going to be there's other things that are happening between this game and the Paramount stuff that can make this even bigger.
You spoke about Invader Zim?
Yes. So yeah, Nickelodeon is coming out with a video game with SpongeBob as one of the main key characters.
Brilliant. Very brilliant.
Right. So what I'm saying is that people should probably, if they can get a hold of some of the copies of SpongeBob comics, number one, go ahead and pick it up, because just like the Ultimate Fallout 4 pops when Miles Morales got his video game, and once again, SpongeBob has already had a video game. Got it. But it was a little too cutesy. But you tell me that he's going to be freaking fighting with Michelangelo and Leonardo from the Ninja Turtles and Powder Toast Man from Ren and Stimpy? Game on.
So this is like what was that fucking Nintendo shit?
I don't
Smash
know.
Brothers?
More like Marvel versus Capcom.
So,
Really?
Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Brawl.
So they're gonna have every character from Nickelodeon.
Well, it's just a few characters for right now. Like maybe I'm thinking without counting, it looks like maybe like 12 or 13 characters.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
really, when you look at it, they got Invader Zim on there. You pick up your Invader Zim #1. You got SpongeBob. Obviously, you can pick that up. I mean, you got the Turtles in there. Man, you know, Patrick about to get his own show. Patrick about to get his own show from SpongeBob. Man, this shit got some potential. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yes.
This got some potential. I can see my nephews, my little cousins playing this. You know what I'm saying?
Especially if
What
they
I
put
need
this
to
shit
know
on a
is
tablet.
if it's on the tablet, is it multi-platform, and
Yes,
is it
multi-platform.
free to play?
Yep.
Is it free to play?
Well, it's not going to be free to play. It's going to be on PlayStation, Xbox. It is going to be on different platforms.
So you can release you'll make a killing with the buy content, release new characters. Fuck yeah, this is a no
Yeah, the
brainer.
digital content, yeah, and they can add
Digital
characters
content,
on
yes.
as they go on, they can add characters on. And look, this should have popped with the kids, but I can see y'all grown motherfuckers playing this too. You
Oh
know
yeah,
what
I'm
saying?
definitely going to be playing
Especially if
this
it's easy to pick up and play.
I'm gonna be playing it.
Yo, what was that? What was that? Invader Zim you sent me the party.
The party that was number 13.
Slept on book. Nobody's talking about that book.
Yep, and Alex Pardee, he's Brian probably know he working on
The
top,
baseball card.
project, yeah, the tops project 7090, whatever that shit is, and he be releasing some fire ass cards, man.
Look, uniform. Try to find that 13. The party. Shout out to Bolo for putting me onto this as well. So it was 9th one and Bolo put me onto this shit the same damn day. And shout out to 9th one for sending me a copy. I fucking owe you a lot, bro.
All right, so let's keep going. Chucky. There is going to be another Chucky movie coming out.
No.
So I know you're scared of Chucky, Bill, but there are a bunch of horror fans that love Chucky. They love the whole franchise.
The whole franchise?
The whole franchise, yes. Even the last shit. Even the last year was freaking golden, right? So why do we care? Well, it turns out, I did not know this, and I don't know how I didn't know this, that there actually was a Child's Play comic book from 1991 made by this company called Innovation.
Yeah.
Dirt freaking cheap. So, which is crazy considering that this is not just a 1 or 2 movie. This is a franchise. I think they even had a cartoon at freaking one point. So keep that in your minds as you guys are out there digging in bins.
Well, ain't dirt cheap no more. Some fucking guy.
Now this one was pretty interesting. We've been talking about the trading card stuff for a while. A special investment group led by Alex Rodriguez, they are going to buy Panini. Like I'm talking about the comic book joint mixed with the freaking trading card joint. They are going to freaking buy these guys, and they're going to combine to make a company that's going to be worth $3 billion. Currently, to invest in this particular investment group is about $9.80. Did the price jump a little bit? Yes, it jumped a little bit. Maybe like 5-6 cents, because I don't think people understand what this actually means, especially for the trading card gold. Will it freaking, if you buy into it, if a whole bunch of people buy into it, will it freaking go down a little bit? Maybe. I would say most likely. But going forward, seeing all the projects that they want to do, and I'm talking about they want to buy like half of the Funko stuff. You're getting into the NFT stuff. You're getting into some cryptocurrency stuff.
Really?
Yes. This is a no-brainer for me.
Stock. How much is it trading at right now?
$9.80. It's called SLAM. SLAM.
SLAM.
Yep. And then don't forget that Topps is going to be on the joint as well under MUDS. That's MUDS.
Mm.
And I think that one's pretty cheap as well. This one was kind of a weird one that came across my dashboard this week. Top 10 selling books. So why did this kind of pique my interest? Is because remember, Image and some other comic book joints have been using some of the Dr. Seuss covers as like homage covers for some of the stuff. Now, and I was like, okay, let me check into the pricing on some of these first editions. Well, all the places you'll go, the first edition now it's got to have the jacket with it. That's a $400 freaking book.
Yep.
So as you guys are going out into stopping by the Goodwill stores or the libraries and all that other stuff, go ahead and make sure you check those. If you find just a book, it'll be $3.99. But if you get the ones with the dust jacket cover, those are going to be freaking expensive. Green Eggs and Ham, that was another one. Once again, plenty of them without the dust jacket, but when you get the ones with the dust jacket, $300 out the gate, no problem. So, Brian, the All-Star game was this week.
Yeah, look at those Pete Alonso card prices, baby. All because he won a home run derby, just going crazy.
So I took a look at it, and once again, I didn't have the chance to do it within the last 2 days because I had to do some research on some other stuff. But the day after, that's when I got to look at some stuff. So once again, I look at the sentiment, like what do people talk about on freaking Twitter, and then I freaking go down, and then the one big thing was they actually at one point they brought out the Mickey Mouse card, this 10.0, right? The 10.0, that one's like a $10 million freaking card right now.
So,
and then another one.
It's more than that. It's how much did that record-breaking card the other day sell for?
That one
the Curry,
the Steph Curry. How much did that sell for?
4 million.
Okay, so maybe it's not a $10 million card because a PSA 10 52 Topps Mantle sold for like 4.9 million like a couple of years ago. So it could be a $10 million card. Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, and then the one this week that sold on eBay, I think that one was like that one's like a 2.0.
A 1. Was it a 2.0 or a 1? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this one is a 1. That one sold for 30,000.
Yeah.
And you can just go down the line.
Look how beautiful that is.
Man.
I would buy that all day, every day, man.
Is Trout better than Mickey Mouse?
Jarren Duran. Oh my God.
$7,500.
Why?
Yeah, it's because it's numbered to 5. Do you know this guy was basically a bust until he hit the minor leagues, and all of a sudden he hit the minor leagues and he started hitting for power. This guy was not a great player, coming out into the draft. He wasn't like super great, but man, everybody's talking about him. And when you got guys that get drafted or play for the Red Sox, Yankees, Cubs, Dodgers, those players, even if they're not as good as like Wander Franco or Julio Rodriguez or these young up and coming guys, they're gonna sell for a little bit of extra.
Right. So keep in mind. So keep in mind. So keep in mind, Jarren Duran. This one was a PSA. I think is that PSA.
No, that's BGS 9, but it's a red numbered to 5. Yeah.
Right. And then this one was a raw.
A one of one.
Alvarez. Yeah, Jordan Alvarez raw. Yeah. $7,500.
There's only one of those. That's the Superfractor from the Topps Chrome Rookie, which is a big card.
And somebody already has it.
Yep.
2014 Topps Simply Supreme Jacob DeGrom. This is rookie
best pitcher in baseball.
Yeah, he's a fucking monster.
Got like
I hate the Mets too.
0.64 ERA.
Jason Dominguez.
They're going to promote him?
Yes,
Are you
sir.
kidding me?
He's not ready.
He's not ready. This kid's like 17 years old, man.
He's not ready. Yankees need something though.
$8,600. And he hasn't even made it to the pros yet.
He's not ready.
Man.
He's not even made it to the pros yet.
He's gonna look crazy out there. He's gonna look crazy out there.
Oh, they call him the Martian, man.
Mm-hmm.
So this one was interesting, not because of how well he necessarily did, but because he got snubbed at the ESPYs. right?
Yeah.
So
Best player in
his-
hockey ever, right
yeah,
there.
so his name was buzzing, so people went crazy for his card this week. $15,000 for
Yep.
this card.
And that's just his base Young Guns rookie. That's not even a rare, super rare card.
Yes, sir.
I guess I'm about to go clean out all the Walmarts for that hockey that went on clearance that nobody didn't want to fucking
Now
buy.
this kid right here, man, whew,
Juan Soto.
he was like
Soto.
16 in that picture, 17 years old in that picture. Look how young he was.
$10,000.
Who's he play? Oh, Washington.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, got to remember, so the opening ceremonies, as far as like carrying the torch and the whole mess around with the Olympics and people getting snubbed and getting kicked out, has brought a lot of buzz regarding, the Olympics. So people started looking into some of the old heads and some of the other cards. Of course, one of the greatest Olympians of all time, the man that gave the fuck you to fucking Hitler by winning.
Amen.
Jesse Owens.
I watched
$18,000.
not to take anything away from Jesse Owens, but this has to go about with that German and the fuck you to Hitler. I watched a really good documentary my brother told me about Joe Louis and about Joe Louis. Yeah, and Max Schmeling, and how that first fight, like he lost that fight, and he lost that. One of the reasons he lost that fight is pretty crazy. Is because Schmeling was during that fight. It was the first time a fighter had ever taped his hands, right? And he also noticed that he would drop his hands every time he'd go to jab, I believe. But anyways, like the documentary is amazing, about him losing that first fight and him coming back, and the president calling him and telling him, "You have to win this fight." It's bigger. It's about Hitler and all this stuff. Like a really good documentary. If you guys ever get a chance to go see it, you can find it on YouTube. But yeah, these non, I call them like the non-four sport cards, like the big four are hockey, baseball, football, and basketball, right? But then you've got like track and field, you've got soccer, you've got tennis, you've got all the non-four sports. These cards have been seeing big ups like that. I never thought I would see a lot of these cards that you show that are the non-four sport cards.
I never
have been on my buy list for 15 years, and it's bonkers that they're getting what they're getting.
I'm still shocked.
Hold up. The president called Joe Louis and said, "This is for the country.
Yeah, you have to win this fight."
Black people couldn't eat at a fucking diner.
Hey, fucking man. Amen. You want to hear something even worse, Mel? You want to hear something else even worse? The guy, what was the name of the guy who was Cinderella Man? That movie Cinderella Man. I forget the name of that boxer. Frank something. Anyways, that boxer, another white boxer, made a deal with Joe Louis that he would fight. He would fight Joe Louis only if Joe Louis would pay him 10% of his purse in perpetuity. Think of how and Joe Louis jumped at that. So like, listen, racism is a real deal. Racism back then was
super real deal.
Super real deal. Like back then, black boxers couldn't even fight somebody unless they gave him all the money that they would, or 10% of all the money they would ever make forever. Like, listen, back then was a different fucking game.
And then people would get mad at
Braddock, Jim Braddock, yeah.
And people would get mad at the young lady for turning it back into anthem. That's sketchy. That's sketchy ground. I get it,
but also it goes. I'll be honest. Play the devil's advocate. You got a lot of these people that are turning their back on the anthem, and they're making millions upon millions of dollars.
That's just old, man.
Then you have it may be old, but then you have people like Joe Louis who went and fought for the country and did all this crazy stuff, and got screwed even worse. Like he should have been turning his back on the anthem, not people nowadays.
I feel you. I feel where you come from.
No, but see, you can't say that because you got to keep in mind that Joe Louis came up in a different era than we did, and not to say that Joe Louis is uneducated or dumb, but a lot of shit that we thought was not necessarily acceptable back then, but we accepted as being normal. It's a different society we live in. Nowadays we realize that the national anthem and the fucking flag was created and written at a point in time where black people were still in bondage. So people back then, they was just fucking happy to be where they were at that point in time compared to where their ancestors were at. So you really can't compare the two things. But I think the worst part about it is that in this modern day and age that we still in, that it's still a lot of racist fuck shit that happens in this country. And that's why we're starting to see people speak out against it more, because back in the day, we didn't have that voice to speak out about shit that we saw was wrong. And then when we got killed, we got killed. When you had those voices that was willing to stand up and say, hey, this shit ain't right. You know what I'm saying? They got
listen, I'm not. I hope that didn't come off that way. I didn't mean it for. I didn't mean for it to come out that way.
You good, bro? I'm just saying,
because obviously, there is some fucking crazy bullshit going on. What I'm getting at is how even crazier it was that like it was okay for him to sign that like that. Nobody would even think about that these days. Well, some people would. I mean, you look at 360 deals for music artists and shit like that.
Yeah, that stuff is crazy.
Yeah.
Look at the stuff that Britney Spears is going through, man. Let's keep it going. So we can get you guys out of here.
MVP All-Star winner right there.
Vladimir Guerrero. Is that how you say it?
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This kid,
$1,000.
Here's what I love about baseball this season. Two main things that I love about baseball this season. You got two players who both were prodigies coming into their rookie season and were looked at as these super studs that got hurt, right? And either got hurt or didn't do as well as people thought. So their cards took a huge dive. Vladdy Jr. cards took a huge dive last year, and Shohei Ohtani's cards dove for the first 2 years he was playing in Major League Baseball. So there's two players now who are now, if you look at them, their cards are so hot. You can't even touch Bowman paper rookies right now. Shohei Ohtani for less than $20.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani. This is all 4 of these motherfucking cards. That's not just one. 4 different cards that hit in between 15,000 to 18,000. So the one that I showed before for Vladimir Guerrero, that was a Topps Chrome, which is a hard enough freaking card or box to freaking or whatever to get. This is 4 different freaking cards for Shohei Ohtani, who is now considered to be the face of baseball right now. And
is he better than Babe Ruth?
Yes, that's not 100%. Talent-wise, 1,000%. There's no doubt that talent-wise, he's better than Babe Ruth. Is he a bigger name than Babe Ruth will ever be? No. Babe Ruth is iconic.
Is Mike Trout better than Mickey Mantle?
Yes, 1,000%. Anybody playing nowadays, in my opinion, not anybody, I would say like 60% of the players playing nowadays in any sport, hockey, baseball, basketball, football, are better than the greatest player that's ever played up until 1970.
Door. By saying that, y'all opening that forbidden door.
No, he's not.
Y'all opening that forbidden door.
Talent-wise, they're better.
That means Bron better than Jordan. That means
talent-wise, he is. You're 100%. But when it comes to the legacy and how iconic it is for the sport, and Babe Ruth made baseball the American pastime. Michael Jordan made basketball the best-selling sport above any of them. So iconically, when you talk about iconic, he'll never get over. Connor McDavid is 10 times better hockey player than Wayne Gretzky ever was, but he'll never be considered a greater hockey icon than Wayne Gretzky.
Athletically, the players are better now.
Yeah, sports science, all of it.
Technically, obviously the sport is far more advanced. It's far more analytic. The players are much better than they were in the past. But I feel if you look at the 80s and 90s, I feel like as far as pop culture goes, that's the era that shaped modern society. It's just hard to compete with a lot of shit from the 80s and 90s. Period. Comics, movies, sports.
Yeah,
it's a hard competition. Now, I will say this: these new cats, they don't make it because baseball got a lot of great players right now, and baseball should not be in the state that it's in, especially what Ohtani is doing. We should be like talking about that shit every day as sports fan. And when I was younger and I played baseball, this would be something that we'd be talking about every single fucking day. We would want Ohtani cleats, gloves, whatever he did. That's what we would want to be doing as kids when I played baseball. But now these players, it's like want to do nothing with media. They don't want to branch out outside of the sport to promote baseball, but that's a whole nother rant, man. But
Right.
Otani is a modern day legend.
I want to answer this right quick. How can I analyze the talent of guys you never saw play? Who would win in the fight? Bruce Lee or Floyd Mayweather?
Well, that's a great question. We never saw Bruce Lee's potential. I mean, like,
Bruce Lee fight.
Right, but
Yeah.
what you can analyze is their impact on the sport.
yeah, you can.
I'm sorry. I'm taking Bruce Lee all day.
Why? You never seen him fight?
No, I've never seen Bruce Lee fight, but I have seen him train. There is documented footage of him.
I see Floyd Mayweather beat 51 motherfuckers.
Dude, I'm sorry. What is it? The 1-inch punch? You ain't fucking with the 1-inch punch, man.
The 1-inch punch also has somebody not coming at you, not fighting at you,
True.
waiting to get punched. You know what I mean?
Bruce Lee's speed is crazy. Floyd Mayweather's speed is not crazy. In his prime.
Hey, did y'all see what Quentin Tarantino said about Bruce Lee? That Gene LaBelle stretched Bruce Lee because Bruce Lee was being too rough with the fucking stunt with the fucking stunt.
Well, that's a known truth. A lot of the stuntmen hated
If Gene
Bruce Lee.
LaBelle can stretch Bruce Lee, Floyd Mayweather whooping his ass.
Hey, you know what? That's interesting. So, I do have a card for you that I want you guys. Let's bring that up once I get to that freaking card.
Yeah.
The Chris Paul rookie card, $12,000. Once again,
That shit gonna drop real fast if he can't win 2 more games. Shit.
Word. 5 footage of Bruce Lee. Find it. You can't.
This is dope right here.
Garbage Pail Kids Chrome. Man, look. So I forget how much they cost, off the bat, but they were hitting for the box.
$80 a box. I tried to buy 4 of them for $600, and because I pre-ordered them, the person never sent them, and I couldn't do anything about it. So they took me for $600. So I know how much they were right off the rip. $80 a box.
Crazy.
So I mean, and they came out a while ago. So right now they're at $110. So that's still pretty freaking solid.
I would buy those. Yeah, I'm cool with those.
These came out just a couple weeks ago. These are the Star Wars. Yeah, the Star Wars Mandalorian. They should be retailing for $45. They are popping off at $100. $100 for the 10. That's not the Blasters box or anything. That's these little freaking 10s right here. And I've seen people opening them, and there's some pretty cool shit like autographs and sketches and all that other stuff. So that's pretty interesting. Plus, supposedly there's some Chase relic card that's out there. I don't know what it is, but we'll see what that turned out to be. Of course, with the Loki show, a autographed Loki joint was $2,100. I never would have thought it. Especially because, once again, this is one of those boxes that I actually came across. I had a chance to get this box, declined it. Now, here we go. Going back to you guys talking about, Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan. People forget that Jackie Chan was like a real motherfucking G. Like he would bust, back in the day, he would have bust your lip right open.
He did his own stunts.
Still does his own stunts from what I understand. No, he's
in the news for the wrong reasons right now, though.
What he do? What Jackie Chan do?
The taxes, right? Or is it some other shit?
Supporting China.
Yeah.
Well, he's from China.
Is he?
Is he?
I don't know.
That China shit a dangerous game, man.
Yeah, very dangerous. Yeah.
Look, you can talk about the election audit, but you cannot talk bad about your Chinese overlord. So don't be doing that shit. They'll cancel your channel faster than anything else.
So what I would impress upon people is that, seeing as how this Jackie Chan autograph card is $1,600, if you come across a Bruce Lee freaking autograph card somehow, some way, don't know.
Good luck.
They made them.
Yeah, you better fight for it.
This one kind of surprised me. Well, kind of, and kind of not. I didn't even know that they had trading cards.
I can't stand these motherfuckers.
Dude, I grew up on the Three Stooges, man.
Yeah,
Every night.
Fucking funny. Fuck Larry Moe and motherfucking Curly.
Ooh, beautiful. Look at that sapphire.
Sapphire Garbage Pail Kids. Just the one. That's that Atom Bomb card. $2,000. Just the one
I want
card.
one of those so bad. That is so beautiful, man. That is so beautiful.
Ewan McGregor autograph card, 1,750. I don't understand it. But now this one is kind of interesting. Steve
I
Irwin.
understand this one. I think
Rocket
shout out to
100.
Doc Joe. Doc Joe has I think a PSA 10 of these. Doc
Really?
Joe or 3 sticks, one of the two.
Really?
Why?
Yeah. Because
$1,750, man.
you're not going to get another Steve Irwin autograph, especially on a card.
All right.
Now here.
Oh, the dick one.
The boner, yeah.
So
I
there's
love this
all
card.
types of stories and explanations, but this one was a 9.0. Yes, the C3PO Dick error card, $2,500 freaking dollars.
Yep. Been talking about
How-
this card
how the
for
fuck is
years.
that
Still
error?
don't own one.
You still didn't get one, McClay?
Still don't own one.
Because look, man, when we honestly started really talking about this card and you started talking about it on Flip Side, I think it was only selling for like a fifth of this.
Yeah.
That's inflation for you. 5% inflation will cost you fucking 5 times the original sale price.
But it'll get you a cool boner card.
Yeah, motor card. Yeah.
Emma Watson autograph card, $2,700. I'm not sure why that all of a sudden popped off because I haven't really heard any news about her. And of course, the girl, Emilia Clarke, and she's got the comic book coming out pretty soon, right? She's one called Mom, right?
Mother Madness.
Her joint is $4,000. Suicide Squad's opening night. If you go to AMC on the opening night, you will get a free comic book, the Suicide Squad #1. So if you guys are interested in that type of stuff, you might want to go ahead and pick one up. In Action Comics 2021 annual #1, don't mind this. This is bullshit. There was a new character. I forgot to put his picture in here. So the interesting thing is he has made an appearance in the Justice League Unlimited series. I forget what his name is, but he made a first appearance in this. It's this guy right here. I just don't remember what his name was. The next Star Trek film is going to be directed by WandaVision's Matt Shakman. So imagine how good the WandaVision show was, but now he's going to direct a Star Trek. I have high hopes for that this is going to be what's going to turn that Star Trek around. I
fucking hate Star Trek, but the new movie with the Chris Pine motherfucker, it was really good. I like the Chris Pine.
Absolutely. Once again, Star Trek has sucked. There's been 3 series that have sucked. The movies suck. They need something to turn.
Shit was good. The old school shit. I don't know how the fucking motherfucker can be a Trekkie. That shit sucked.
Look, you got to understand that the old captain, when he used to try and fuck everything, that was the whole appeal, man.
Yeah, he
would get to a new planet and he would either fight somebody or he would try to fuck everything. That's
humping on green bitches. Crazy.
So once again, I know, and this is the one that I've been telling you guys about, that Star Trek #1, that Gold Key. I've been telling y'all about that for a while. Back when I started telling you guys about it, it was like $24. Now, ones on eBay is like around $180 to $200. Oh, and the Playmate toys, they just got a new license for it. Start putting out toys and everything. So that's going to be quite interesting.
Fuck Star Trek.
Ghostbusters Afterlife. Once again, they've got a new movie coming out. That one's going to be for 30 years into the future. So once again, everybody hated the whole female joint. They don't like
that shit. Did exist.
Yeah, it didn't, right? They try to make it funny and everything. It didn't make any freaking sense. So they're going to try it again, but it's going to come out in September of 2021, I think. It's either that or a trailer for it, something they're working on. I don't know what to think about.
Chick one again?
No, it's going to be 30 years into the future. So we'll see.
Nope.
Right. You know, yeah. And once again, the Ghostbusters #1 comic book, that one's still pretty cheap. nobody's paying attention to that one. So once again, that's stuff that I like to take a look at. Now, here's the interesting thing that popped up this week, or within the last 2 weeks. So I don't know if you guys have been watching Loki and had saw this particular scene, but people were paying attention to Kid Loki and that
Oh
little
my
juice
God.
box. Yes, that little juice box, and people started looking for it. Well, guess what? Of course,
Cactus
kids
cooler.
were, yeah,
Or
Fuck-
Ecto Cooler, I mean.
Fuck
Ecto
yeah,
Cooler.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody, like, these things have been sold on eBay for years.
Yep. You can find all types of high C Ecto Coolers, but the one that actually has Slimer on the box, those are hard to find. You'll find it on the packaging, on the bottom of the thing, but having the Slimer joint actually on the box, that one has not been sealed since like 1981. So that's why people are going crazy looking for it right now. Some have sold for $1,000. One just sold this past week for like $500. So once again, if somebody's got some stock, it's hitting in a freaking time machine somewhere. If we can go ahead, if we can check it. Because
I wish
people
my grandma was still alive. I bet she had about 3 cases of this shit just somewhere in her pantry.
Yeah.
Because she just stockpiled. She never threw nothing away, bro. She never threw nothing away, man.
You guys
This
can't
guy-
taste it off memory right now because I can.
Yo, this high shit and the fucking
I can.
ice
bro.
cream stinger bars. That's the reason why I'm fucking fat now.
So hey, wait a minute.
Diabetes in a box.
Wait a minute. So the one thing I don't understand is he's Loki, right? He's the Loki variant. That spoiler. It's been 2 fucking weeks. If you haven't seen the second to last episode, I'm going to spoil you. So 3, 2, 1, get the fuck out of here if you don't want to be spoiled. Yeah. So this kid killed Thor, but he doesn't drink wine with the rest of the Lokis. He's drinking high C, and he's like king of this realm, and that's why he doesn't want to leave.
Let me tell you something. This multiverse and time travel gonna fuck everything up. I'm trying to tell you. Y'all happy as fuck about this shit. I'm telling you, it's gonna be fucking stupid shit. It always is, and it always will be. Time travel and multiverse fucks shit up. Remember I said this shit.
But what if it's contained, and then after they're done doing the time travel and multiverse, they blow everything up and it stopped the multiverse from existing, and only have one universe and no time travel whatsoever.
Yeah, they tried that shit before, and fucking they tried it in the comic, and guess what? They opened up another fucking multiverse.
Well, Marvel, hear me out. I gave you guys this $1 million idea way back in the day. If you're going to restart the universe with Spider-Man again, you need to have Peter go to high school with both Miles and Gwen and have all of them get spider powers and have their friend Cindy disappear.
Makes sense.
And wonder what the fuck happens to her. So make that Spider-Man story happen. Have Peter still get with Gwen, break up with her. Miles comes in, swoops. Whatever.
You know what?
MJ
Ultra.
comes through. What's up?
You know you're gonna get Kid Cable. Anything's possible.
Anything is possible.
You can't have old ass Cable running around. You gotta have Kid Cable.
Or how about middle-aged Cable?
Who's middle? Who do you have in middle-aged Cable?
Me.
Ultra. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see it.
Duh. I already got the haircut.
You gotta cut your arm off though.
Nah. What are you talking about? You seen that Winter Soldier sleeve of CGI? That shit's wicked, man. You fucking just roll that shit up. And I'm 6'3", so you can put some platform boots on me and make me the appropriate 6'9", and I'd be down.
Hold on. Where's the perfect way to recast people? Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You just put a lot of people out of jobs. It's multiverse shit.
That multiverse shit, man. See, here go the problem. Once you kill a motherfucker and you bring them back through the multiverse, it cheapens anytime anybody dies or anything.
Well, on my show, I did make a little bit of a prediction. I said, look, this is how they're going to do Secret Wars. All the Avengers from the original Avengers team, they're going to be killing them off, right? Hulk's probably going to die. Let's just be honest. They aged up Hulk. They made him gray haired. They made him big Hulk, and then they gave him the skinny arm. So he's fucked. What else are they going to do with him? So what if they have this Secret Wars where we get our incursions like Hickman's run, and then they go to the other Earth to blow up the other Earth, and they see the fucking OG Avengers that are all dead.
slot, I'll see. Make sure Tony's on the day shift on base and not the night.
No.
Probably do. Okay,
Nope.
cool.
Nope.
We could probably do
Nope.
the 30th. We're gonna be out of
Who's-
town
who's
next
on the phone?
Friday, but we'll be around
Yeah.
the 30th.
Mel, is that you in the background, bro?
One in that slot. I'll see.
Mel,
Mel.
is that you?
Yeah,
there you go.
there you go.
So I mean, I was thinking like, you know, they're gonna have RDJ show up as Iron Man. They're gonna have Chris Evans come back as Cap. They're gonna have fucking ScarJo as Black Widow, and maybe a couple other different Avengers.
So great Segu. So I don't know. So this is not even a spoiler, right? So there is a point in the Black Widow movie where she's talked about where she has a conversation with the Bela Yella, whatever her freaking name is, and she goes, "I've been watching you, and you have a husband, and you had a son. Tell me about what's going on with that." And Black Widow replies, "That's not my story to tell." The first appearance of her husband and son is in Black Widow #1 from the 2020 series. And that is interesting because that is probably the quickest from comic to MCU freaking transition that I've ever freaking seen.
Well, I mean, she said that, but she said that's not my story. Like she's joking around, like she made up a fake story about her sister. I don't think there's anything to it, even though I like where your head's at. And I do actually like this 1 in 500 variant with no barcode on it, but you could buy an open order Campbell variant. And there's also a Wicked Yelena Belova Campbell variant for issue #2.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So,
all right. So the shit y'all heard, I got a special guest coming for the 30th. Setting it up right now. It's going to be very good. That's what y'all heard in the background. No fucking porn. Sick motherfuckers. Continue.
It's not like porn.
so the way I'm thinking is that if you guys are talking about multiverses and them rebooting different characters and everything, that would be a great way for them to reboot another character as Black Widow and have the husband and the son as part of that whole of that other Black Widow's freaking story. And I think that's the way that they almost have to go, because from the way that the Loki series is set, every single episode has started in a different freaking universe. And the reason why I know that is because if you look at all the statues, every time they show a statue of the TVA guys, it's always different. Every single time. Every time they go through the portal and they come back through a different portal, that statue has been different. Later on, after like the third one, it's not only just different. It went from 3 to 1, and then in the very last one, it totally changed altogether. So every time they jump in between those portals, freaking totally different freaking universe, and that's where they're going to go through the rest of the MCU. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Listen, I seen you and Ultra break down the greatest breakdown of all time, and Marvel was not smart enough to do what the fuck you guys said it was going to happen, because it made the whole much sense in the world.
Well, it did, because we talked about the Nexus, right? The
way I broke that down was just a thing of fucking beauty, and Marvel didn't take not near amount of shit that they took from that. What you guys have broke down.
We don't know that yet. We don't know that yet.
Okay, we don't know that yet.
Yeah, I mean the elements that they've brought in so far, I'm happy with it. They brought in the Nexus, they brought in the time streams. They even talked about the Void and his whole thing and his connection to the whole universe. So there's still time for them to fix it and bring all that other stuff in.
So there's time to see Man-Thing.
Of course, absolutely. Will they do it? I don't know, because according to DC, it's too expensive to do all that. But
let's do a fucking big green motherfucker with weed on him.
Yeah, that's why they canceled the show, even though it was successful. They canceled that shit. It's quick.
It's fucking crazy. 123 live right now. That's what's up. At fucking 2 in the morning. I love you guys. The fans of Drunken Chat, always gonna be the fans of Drunken Chat. I fucking love y'all to fucking death. Much appreciated. You know what? What I've been slacking with, I ain't doing giveaways in a minute. I ain't doing no crazy giveaways. You know, I'm selling all my good shit and whatnot. I haven't had time to post some good shit. Next week I'm gonna have some good shit for y'all. I'm gonna have some good shit for y'all next week. I promise y'all that. Just remind me.
Right. Hey, Ultra, how you coming along with the Matrix?
Still in progress.
Okay.
So we got time for some other people to do some spotlight.
What's your talking about?
Y'all need to get your $30 house together. Tell me the book, the one book that y'all definitely want to get this week.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that real quick. Yeah, I'm putting some final polishing on. You know what I'm saying? That's like
I can give you 15 because we did the first cover picks this week. So we drafted all the books from the 719 FOC.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Give me one. Mel, you go ahead and say what you're saying so I can pull up the list right quick.
No, I haven't looked at fucking none of these books for this week. I'll probably get a Moon Knight Scotty Young because Scotty Young just fucking sells crazy. This Del Otto looks fucking amazing. I'm gonna pick that up.
Yeah, that Del Otto Moon Knight is one of his best.
I don't know why the fuck Reptile saw that, but whatever. Probably
they just didn't order any.
This Vader looks good for $359. This Giuseppe Kumuku. I would have had a job with her if I didn't fuck up with Lucas, but that's the whole other story we spoke about earlier.
So are you guys picking up all of the Walking Dead 19 variants for Walking Dead Deluxe? For the reprint of First Michonne?
No.
Is it one of the things that people regret in the future?
All right. Well, I am picking up Marauders number 22 in both cover A and cover B because of Lourdes Chantel. And if y'all watch the presser, y'all know Classic X-Men number 7 is your target on that one. That was her first appearance and her death.
Lourdes Chantel sounds like an ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, you know, I might have had a couple of them. And then the cover B is a Perel Shadowcat, which is pretty tight.
Yeah, you saw Jimmo. Yeah, 21, definitely.
So, do you guys like the Elizabeth Torque 1 in 50 for Moon Knight?
You guys, can you bring these up while you're talking about them, Mel? Yeah, there we go.
I wish I could. Hey Mel, you said to remind you have something good stuff to give away next week. Yeah, next week I'm gonna give away some shit. Well,
that's dope right there.
Yeah, that's
a lot of Moon Knight's dope.
Gotta get
Dude,
that.
There were some really good exclusive retailer exclusives.
Man, shout out to Bird City, man. Shout out to Bird City. They took a chance and did the cover that they did. Nothing like anything else. Yeah, the Contra cover, nothing like anybody else has done. The Zafino cover, yeah.
I don't know about this Kala Holtz cover.
Looks like Venom.
Elizabeth Torque.
Mm-hmm.
Sleeper.
It's a 1 in 50, and you know that's the only thing that sucks about it is that it's only the 1 in 50 because there's a 1 in 100 by Sienkiewicz, and I think there's another 1 in 100 by JRJR.
See, but there's so many store variants. You get these shipping on eBay.
Yeah, and I mean we hope that the store exclusives will drive down the price, which sometimes it does.
Yeah, look at eBay.
Yeah.
I spent my whole $30 hollers on that Mother of Madness shit, to be honest.
So they sold it out, but the 1 in 25 for Jabba the Hutt, they had it at $54, and I balked at it. And people online are fucking trying to milk that shit for $100.
I know Lucas should have ordered it for me anyway.
No. We talked about this one.
It's my fault. I gotta eat it.
So I mean, what do you guys think about that one?
Which one are you talking about?
It's the Jabba the Hutt one shot, the 1 in 50 variant, because it's got the punk rock looking girl on it.
Right.
Everybody's like freaking out about her.
Yeah, for now it'll go down unless you know. It's like Punk Mambo.
Are there any store exclusives for that one shot?
No.
Are you sure?
Damn, it's already sold out. And
yeah, Midtown sold it out. I had it in my cart at $54. I was like, no.
I had two of them. I had two of them coming with Lucas, and it covered A, B, and C, and I just forgot to pay him. Again, alcohol. It's the worst. It wasn't Lucas's fault. It was mine.
let's see what else is there.
Unknown has one if you want one.
Was it expensive?
Probably.
And this is the thing. I'm gonna wait until the blowout sale in a year and a half from now, and they get that shit for half cover.
See,
and then I buy it for a slight markup. not the same shit, you know what I mean?
See, that's the thing. I don't care about modern spec this week. I love modern spec. But I go through waves.
Come on, Mel. You don't want this reptile number 3?
No, I don't.
Yo,
is that Ricky the Dragon Steamboat variant?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? The fucking dinosaur running around.
It is a change for him because I don't know what they're doing, but it looks like they want to make him more Mexican, right? Because that's always been my complaint is that you build these characters and you don't.
So this is fucking really Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Mestizo.
Ricky, you don't remember Ricky? You don't remember Ricky the Dragon Steamboat?
Of course I do. From the Kmart WWF.
He fucking looks just like this motherfucker. He was actually a great wrestler, by the way. You're right. You're absolutely right. Do not disrespect Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Right.
Let's see. And then there was the Miles Morales. For some reason, they dressed him up in the Captain America joint.
No, it's a Captain America.
It's gonna be overprint. It's gonna be overprinted,
awesome.
but it's gonna be overprinted. But I still want one. You know what I mean?
Yo, the one from last week, fucking the Spider Woman, looks fucking amazing, and it was slim as fuck on the show.
Yeah,
I should have said that.
Yeah, doesn't matter on that one. I promise you. the guts on that book ain't good enough to sell it, bro.
Yo, cover sell, B.
The cover sells it, but the guts of the book ain't good enough to sell it. So don't worry.
Let's see.
I do like that Savage Avengers number 22. There are no variant covers for that one. Art by Patrick Zercher, and it's a Ghost Rider riding a huge fucking tarantula. So he's the Ghost Spider. No. Fuck you, Gwen. I'm taking that name.
Yeah,
that's what he's saying right there. He said, "Gwen who?"
I love that Vader cover. Because it's Vader. Yeah, go to the Independence. I'm about to say she always kisses some chick.
Nightwing number 481 second print.
I make boys cry. I remember this.
Oh, that thing's on FOC again, or is it actually being released again?
What, I make boys cry?
Yeah, man. That thing's been on FOC like a billion times.
Last year, NYCC. Tana, oh, this Tana's sick.
Mm-hmm. That's number 6, right?
No, it's just regular heavy metal cover. Is it?
Issue number 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, what? It's just regular heavy metal cover. That's it.
That Eros Psyche Uncanny X-Men Cyclops Leaving Swipe cover D. The Rion Gonzalez Power Rangers number 9.
I didn't even get to Independence yet.
Yeah, that Rion Gonzalez Power Rangers shit is. Whew. Is she gonna do one of those for each one of the Rangers? Because it looks like.
I don't know, man. You know, it's one of those things. Like if she drops a variant here, is she gonna? Yeah, you would hope she continues, right?
Yeah.
Gods of Brutality. I like. I'm not going to the store this week.
Hey,
Here you go.
I think I'm gonna
Eve.
cut out,
Eve number 2, second print.
Yep.
All right, comics man.
All right, bro.
Better, brother.
You out of here? Comments, man.
Yeah, I gotta be up in 5 hours. I see y'all another
Me too. I got another half hour with me.
All right.
Got the heavy metal joint.
I've been buying
Boys.
on Eve, but
Nottingham 5. Yeah, that Rian Gonzalez does look really good.
I stole a Rian Gonzalez from Mel. I've been blind.
You did. Oh, the Trailer Park Boys. Shout out to Wonder World Comics. Got the Trailer Park Boys variant limited to. I forgot what it was limited to. But
Well, it's limited.
250.
250.
I think it was 250.
I don't understand Trailer Park Boys. I never watched Trailer Park Boys.
It is super Canadian white trash goodness, stoner goodness.
Yep. Here's that Rian Gonzalez.
That's your
That's
fire.
dope. That's dope.
And there's a version.
The lazy variant, fucking version, bullshit.
Well, the Virgin is the
Brian,
one per store now.
did you get that picture I sent you? That Miles and Venom Hulk
Where'd you send it?
to your Google chat, whatever the fuck it's called now?
Let me take a look. When'd you send it? A while ago?
When we do the show talking about the
No, I don't got it. I just last thing I see is yes, sir.
you have to have got it.
White number 1 has a second print coming out. I can't believe that shit sold out. Damn.
Yeah.
And I guess the rest of these are just all right.
Not a big week.
It's got some interesting joints. Nothing that's in the guts. That's going to be interesting, but
Fucking, I'm gonna spend $100. I spend $100 every week on comics. I don't want to go to Midtown. The DC, you might just skip this shit. They don't even click that goddamn box.
now, so the interesting thing that you should know about the retailers is that those free comic book day joints, they start
House
going
of
up.
Slaughter.
Yeah. Well, free comic book days, they come out this week. Well, they go to the stores this week, and the retailers are not supposed to put them out till August 14th.
Good luck.
So,
Good luck.
IDW, High Republic, and 110, and Usagi Yojimbo. All right.
Yeah, all right. So this Usagi Yojimbo, I was told about it last week, but I didn't buy it. I mean, last month. So it's the first appearance of what? A female Usagi?
I actually have. Here you go. I have this right here. I think I showed this on here maybe last week. This one.
The Virgin?
Yeah. Did you guys get these? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to put one on Whatnot.
Yeah. They're dope. I just bought one just in case for long-term hold, type thing.
I bought 5.
What were those retailer exclusives or what?
No,
Stan Sakai.
Yeah, Stan Sakai.
Yeah. So they're retailer exclusives. Yeah.
Ninth Wonder. Speaking of House of Slaughter, I want you to talk about Something's Killing the Children, number 10.
Oh, 10, the second print, the first cover appearance of what's his name? Aaron. Dang it, I should have kept that put to the side. I think that's his only cover appearance on the
second print.
The second print, number 10, second print with the orange cover. That's his first cover appearance. But Enter the House of Slaughter, the issue number 1. He's on all the covers. I think he's on the cover A, which is basically just like a flip of Something is Killing the Children number 1 with red, except it has him on the front instead of Erica. So I think what it's gonna do is this Enter the House of Slaughter is gonna start with his origin story is going to start off the same way Erica's, not her origin story, but how something is killing the children started off. Yeah,
Aaron, that's his name. Aaron Slaughter, yes. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Dr. Lovebox. Thank you.
So I think that he's about to get a big push. And when they killed him off so early, but they put him on a cover by himself of a second print variant, I always come to wonder, I say, why did they do that? There had to be a reason that they did that. But I sold off all the number 10 second prints that I had like an asshole, and now I'm starting to kind of regret that. I'm a little tight. I'm a little tight about that.
So, question for Sandro's in the building. What up, baby? Question for Jason Klein. His first appearance is in issue number 10, or does it go back to deeper? Let us know. 9 has a 1 to 25. Oh yeah, he is on 9. Definitely is on 9. The Ward variant. He's right. He's right.
See, that's some shit you don't see every day.
He's right. He's right. So, what was his actual first appearance? Was it in 9 or was it in 8? Because if it's 8, you know what 8 is.
Well, the one that are you talking about? Department of Truth? What are you talking about?
Someone's killing the kids.
Oh yeah.
Let me see what's going on. Because Aaron Slaughter's first appearance in 8 had the decal variant. But now I had a Ward variant with him on the cover. So, collectively, as a Drunken Chat family, what is his first appearance? Because I don't remember. Sando said it's 9.
No, it's 4.
It's 4. And 4 had that nice print that I fucking sold on Whatnot. You son of a bitch.
10 was his death. So, death issues, you know how that goes. But I mean, if he dead for real. Because unless they got,
it's ain't Marvel.
If he dead, he dead.
Ain't no fucking multiverse boom. You dead, motherfucker. That's it.
I mean, but that cover still, it's been going up. It's been going up since they released, all the covers for Enter the House of Slaughter. So definitely let go of that one a little bit too soon.
Yeah, 4. Okay.
I don't recall him being in 4. I don't remember. It seemed like he came later in the story, but people might be mixing that up with Jessica Slaughter because she made her first appearance in 9.
Let me see something.
Her cameo in 8. Which I mean, she's gonna be a big part of the story too. So
Maxine, I'm telling you. Maxine was issue 13. Once my man Richie was still here.
Yeah, I held on to my 13s. I did do that. I held on to my 13s.
Damn pop-ups, man. Hold on. Close. Skip ad.
Need to get you a pop-up blocker, bro.
I did. I thought Firefox was the only reason I downloaded Firefox.
Right. That whole series is really still a hold. I don't even know.
Yeah, I'm not selling my shit. Okay, wait. I'm issue 4.
It's just the Netflix thing just kind of threw me off about. I don't know if Netflix is the right platform for that show.
I do got October faction vibes. It is. I don't think Buddy's in issue 4, bro.
See, I can see Netflix because they signed that deal with Boom Studios.
Nah, I don't think Old Boy's in issue 4.
That's what I said. In Key Collector, that's what it say, And I said I don't remember him being in that story that early. Granted, it was years ago that I read that shit, but I read this shit.
Could be 5.
Maybe 4 was the cameo.
Nah, he wasn't in 4 at all. Could be 5.
Somebody in the chat saying he was. Somebody
what page?
In the chat saying he was.
I'm looking at 4 right now. Hold on. I know what it's
4 is the cameo. So what's the full? You know what, man? If he was in 4, that's his 4th. We ain't doing that cameo versus full bullshit, man.
I don't see. Wait a minute. I do see him before.
All right, here I got a list. Shout out to comicbookinvest.com. Their
Yes,
dope
sir.
list. Let's see what their something is, and I'll share my screen for everybody. Let's see what we got here. This is what they say.
Nah.
This is Jason Shaw made this. Who are we looking for?
Aaron Slaughter.
Aaron Slaughter.
Is he on here?
4 and cameo 6-4. I don't see a cameo.
Oh, 4 and 6. So there you go.
After we get done with that, I got a quick question for Brian.
Shoot.
Have you heard about DCS grading?
BCS?
D as in dog.
No. Are they a comic company?
Card
Grading
company.
Okay,
Card
card
company. So
Okay.
Dallas Card Show is this weekend. I'm actually going tomorrow because they're gonna have some comic book shit too, and then of course the sports card. So tomorrow for the show, I guess they starting up their own card grading service. I guess trying to pick up some of that slack from PSA and Beckett. And they doing $10 10-day slabs, next day 20, same day $30. Do you think it would be worth it to invest in some graded cards from an upstart company like this, or you think it's just a quick cash grab and that shit is gonna burn out?
So my thoughts on it: if you're going to the show anyways, and you have a couple cards that maybe aren't the I wouldn't send the cards you have set to send a PSA to them. Maybe I would grab a couple cards that it's worth taking a flyer on, to see if you can get them to grade for cheap grades. I wouldn't do anything, but I think it's worth taking a flyer on if it's that cheap for in-house grading or whatever.
Yeah, because I got a big stack of fucking Joe Burrows, Herberts, all the quarterbacks that came out last year. I got stacks of them sitting around, and I was like, maybe I would use those. I was like, maybe I should just give it a fucking shot and see what happens.
Yeah, I think that's worth a shot, especially that's a perfect thing to do.
Because you're not going to be able to get it done by PSA because they're all locked in right now.
That's exactly what I was thinking. And they got 600 vendors there. So my plan is, since it's mainly cards, I think the comics is going to go overlooked. And some of those vendors might be desperate to move stuff at the end of the day. So I'm going to try to see if I can swoop in there and buy some shit to sell on Whatnot. And then fucking take some of those quarterback rookie cards. Because that's one thing I do. I don't care if how deep I'm in the card collecting or not. Every year I try to get NFL product and invest into those rookies, or even if I just go to eBay and buy, singles, of those rookies, because you never know when you're gonna get that next Mahomes, Russell Wilson, whoever.
It's funny because I was having a conversation. It was either with Yee or Dollar, and we were talking about, if you could get for example, if the pull box through Lucas came through all the time on all the cards that we ordered we thought we were getting cheap, it would be awesome to open those and sell singles, but card prices right now are so high that it's not worth it to buy a box of wax and open wax. You're better off selling. But one of the coolest things that you can do right now, in my opinion, with card collecting is prospecting. And basically that's like looking at Bowman firsts from the last couple of years that have a good chance of popping, certain rookies that are on the dip. Always invest on, in my opinion, like quarterbacks and young prospects, that have just came out. And you can prospect and invest on those guys for very cheap nowadays and make really good money depending on how fast you sell it. So I think that's super smart to always, try and gather a couple of those rookies every year.
Yeah, that's something I do every fucking year. 1 year paid out real big for me was when the 49ers went to the Super Bowl, and Colin Kaepernick was their quarterback. Because I'm a 49ers fan, I was just buying every Kaepernick card and fucking sight that year for $10, $12 before he became the starter. And
was that the year they went against the Ravens?
Yeah, the week of the Super Bowl,
Harbaugh Bowl.
This week of the Super Bowl, I sold almost all of that shit, and I held on to a few of them, like a couple of one-on-ones, a couple of autographs, and then when all of the shit started swirling up about him being blackballed from the NFL, I fucking sold again for even more than I sold at the height of his fucking super, of his NFL career during the Super Bowl run, which was crazy. That was just the craziest thing to me. But it's like Russell Wilson. I bought a whole bunch of his Topps Chrome rookie cards. It's not as easy as it was back in the day to prospect, to invest in the prospects, but it's still very, very viable because I get on Twitter and
our new 49er quarterback is going to be a beast.
Oh, Trey Lance, yeah. I'm not looking forward to how hard it is it's going to be hard to get his cards, man, at a good price, and it's not like you can really rip wax anymore, and it's going to be interesting. This fall is going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting.
It's too hard to find. I mean, here's a perfect example. Like, I'm looking at some of the recent. I'm creating. What's that? So I'm creating kind of like I'm looking for some of the stuff for the market report tomorrow on Flipside, and I'm looking at these Shohei Ohtani cards, and I know we talked about it already, but if you go by the prospecting mindset, not even a year ago, like 6 months ago, you could have went on eBay and bought Shohei Ohtani Bowman paper for probably $5 or less a piece, and now they're selling. Cheap. Yeah, and now they're selling for $25 to $40 raw.
$15,000.
Yeah, so think about that. If you would have, people were doing everything they can to get rid of those cards because they thought he was an injury bust, that he was always going to be injured, or knock on wood, So that's what I mean. Like prospect on the dip. Who are some players right now you could prospect on the dip? Acuna cards, if they start to take a tumble because of his injury,
ACL, yeah, get those. Yeah,
looking at some of the Acuna stuff. Not Eloy Jimenez, Lewis Robert. His cards might be taking a little bit of dip right now because he's not playing as well as he did last year. Like those are some of the people.
Right. So there was a question in here from somebody about what is I think he meant Bundesliga. That's the German professional league. Yeah, and I think we talked about Erling
Haaland.
Yeah, he's the big guy. Well, he's the big rookie that everybody's looking for, and they're looking for his cards right now because he's going to be the big star of the Bundesliga going forward.
So I'm gonna tell y'all something NBA wise to look at. It's a rumor out there, and I believe it's true. I believe it's very true. That the Lakers are trying to get Lonzo Ball back from the fucking Pelicans. If Lonzo go to the Lakers, they're gonna win. They're gonna win a fucking ring next year.
Get the fuck
and
out of
Lonzo is gonna average a fucking triple double for the season.
Lakers have no shooters. They have no shooters.
Do you want to pull up Lonzo's stats this year and how well he improved fucking shooting the ball? He's a 3-point shooter
with S. Shooters with S.
Here go the thing. LeBron is getting old. They have to take. Listen,
who you trading? Who you trading to get Lonzo Ball?
You got to keep a few things in mind here. Contract is going to come into play. Zion is saying that he doesn't have.
He's going to the Knicks.
So he's going to New York.
He's going to the Knicks.
They're gonna have to move. They're gonna have to move some shit around.
Yeah,
Julius Randle. You gonna trade Zion? You got to trade You got to blow the whole team up. You got to do what Sam Presti did in OKC and fucking trade everybody and get the draft picks and pray that you can get another Zion, LeBron type player. So the Pelicans about to start selling shit off for cheap.
Okay,
that's what happened when you lose a player like Anthony Davis. You got to start selling shit off for cheap. You just hope that you can get the next big thing. Pelicans should have never drafted Zion in the first place. Everybody knew he wanted to go to New York, and you saw how well New York played this season versus what the Pelicans did. Man, it was just a bad situation. But back to my point. If Lonzo Ball goes to the Lakers, he's going to average a triple-double for the season because Bron is getting old. He can't handle the ball 30, 40 minutes a game no more. They got to find somebody else that they can put the ball in their hands and let them work. Lonzo and AD is going to be a fucking problem on pick and rolls. Lonzo shooting the three better. I'm telling y'all, go look at those Lonzo Ball cards.
You need more than one shooter for the Lakers to win.
They're gonna fix that because you got to think they gonna get Dennis Schroeder off the payroll, Montrezl Harrell. They're gonna go get shooters. That's not a problem. You can always find shooters in the NBA. All people do now in the NBA is shoot threes.
The Lakers are my team in 2K, and I need shooters.
They're gonna get shooters. Don't worry about that.
I had to go play with Atlanta because I need shooters. I'm
telling you, easy investment, y'all. I told y'all here first. If Lonzo don't go to the Lakers, don't go buy no fucking Lonzo Ball rookie card. But if you go to the Lakers,
I got an interesting one for football, and it's the chances of it coming through, are slim. But I bet you his cards are super cheap right now. Dwayne Haskins.
I fucking agree. His wife just beat his ass in Las Vegas.
His wife beat the shit out of him.
His wife beat the shit out of him. Look, it's not funny. It's not funny. But
yes, it is.
Look, my father, R.I.P., he was a Redskins fan, and I'm pretty sure he was turning in his grade the whole time Dwayne Haskins was the quarterback of the Skins. But I feel like when you get humbled like that early in your career and you got the talent that Dwayne Haskins does, and you go to an organization like Pittsburgh that's not going to baby with you, that's not going to play, they can turn him around. Yep. They can turn him around. Another one I like, if they get the team back right, and I'm mad because I just sold a Beckett 10 rookie card of his a few weeks ago. If they get the team turned around and they don't trade for Aaron Rodgers, fucking Teddy Bridgewater with the fucking Broncos that's gonna be a sneaky ass option. Because the Broncos got a good defense, they got good receivers, they got a good tight end, they got good running backs, they got everything you need to win. You just need a little luck, a little injuries that happen to the Chiefs or somebody. Fucking Bridgewater could win a Super Bowl. You never know. It's cheap investment.
Hey Brian, give me 3 hockey guys that people should be paying attention to right now. Because once again, hockey is not getting enough attention right now.
Adam Fox. Defensemen usually don't. Their cards usually don't sell for a lot, especially rookies. There's a couple guys
nobody really cares about hockey right now. It's not getting the dude that it should be.
Yeah. So, Adam Fox is a big one. He's a defenseman for the Rangers. He won the Norris. He is an absolute stud. He's an offensive defenseman as well as a defensive defenseman. That's one. If you go old school, there's a lot of old school stuff that I think are worth looking at in hockey, especially parallels from the late 90s set, like the select mirror gold cards of any of the big veterans, Messier, Gretzky, Lemieux, like any of those guys. So I think that's great. But for people who are new, I definitely say Adam Fox, Kaprizov from Minnesota, who I think just won the Rookie of the Year. He's won. Who else? Let me think. That's about, like, other than that, I think those are a few people.
Right. And I would encourage people to also keep an eye on WNBA, because this past year that seemed to pick up as well, as like for some reason sports cards with the WNBA. Once again, that's another sport and another organization.
It's the 25th anniversary.
Hey, that's pretty long for a woman. Yeah.
Which is crazy because I remember the first season. Jesus Christ, I'm old. So Candace Parker was on the cover. Was announced she's going to be the cover of NBA 2K. So Candace Parker cards, I guess.
Why? That's not the NBA.
I'm gonna tell y'all what the spec on.
Yeah, the WNBA.
Early WNBA players: Lisa Leslie, Cynthia Thompson, Cheryl Swoops,
Rebecca Lobo.
90s. Look, what I tell you, 90s iconic, 90s, 80s, 90s iconic era. Those are not only are those trailblazers in women's basketball, but they really good fucking players. Michael Jordan adored fucking Cheryl Swoops. Go look it up, bro. It's all facts. She was a beast. The women's Olympic team, a lot of them were on that team. You also had to think about rarity.
Yeah, nobody was.
They didn't even have a women's league back then. So
I didn't know
if
there
they
was
got
cards
any,
for back then.
it's probably some SI Sports Illustrated type shit, to be honest.
Yeah.
I haven't looked it up. It's been on my list of things to look up. But when I say I love historic shit more, that's what I'm talking about. Stuff that's not going to be easy to find.
Yo, Ninth. I'm sorry, Comics Man ain't here, but before I know Ultra's not finished yet. We should do our top 5.
Top
For
5
whatnot sales?
Top 5 whatnot properties that you should be selling on whatnot.
Oh yeah, okay. That's very interesting. So
this is some shit that me and Knife came up with. Like, yo, fuck the grain. We ain't doing a 10. We ain't even doing numbers of books. We just telling the top 5 properties. And we were supposed to have slides, but I didn't do it. I know he fucking do it.
Yeah, I didn't. I should have though, because I've been doing slides.
I should have too, but fuck it. So the type of books you want to be selling on whatnot. Department of Truth.
Department of Truth. Actually, I got my sales up right here. I want to point something out. So I sold the Department of Truth, number 1 in 25. That went for almost 3 times ratio, but it was a fucking high grade copy. And I believe that guy really wants to get his books graded. Really high grade copy on that. I sold the number 3, 1 in 10. I know that one probably went for like 2.5 times ratio, which was really good because for a while I saw that book for cover price in a lot of comic shops. Number 3, 1 in 10. I saw that for cover price a lot. I got a lot of those. So anything Department of Truth, I had no issues with people bidding on that. And you can tell the properties that people are really interested in because you can start it at $1, and it's probably going to exceed the lowest price book, on eBay. Because one thing about whatnot is that I think a lot of people in the mentality of, well, I'm already buying for this guy. Let me buy as much as I possibly can because I know all of my books are coming at one time from one person. And if I got an issue, I can go right back to this one dude. I'm not buying something from here, something from there, and picking orders together like you would on eBay.
This is no particular order, by the way. Stray dogs. Every time I see a stray dog should go up at anybody's auction, they should go for crazy money, stupid money. So if you got any stray dogs shit out there and you want to get rid of it, fucking issue 2s, issue 3s are going for well over what the fuck they're asking for on eBay.
All of those go good. Yeah, and like I said, it's back to that same mentality. People just want to get everything from one person. They want to sit there in your stream, see what you got, and try to get as much as they possibly can. Because if you think about it, from a psychological point of view, the waiting game you have to play when you ordering stuff from here, ordering stuff from there, wondering, damn, are they gonna package my books right? Like on whatnot, once people realize, oh, all right, this dude is solid seller, they gonna fuck with you the long way. That's the one thing I can say about that app. I've never had a repeat customer on eBay, but the majority of my customers on whatnot have been repeats, and they cashing out big every week.
Dude, I fucked up. I fucked up on a couple of orders. I sent the wrong book to somebody else, but I quickly reimbursed the dude. I was like, so I reimbursed him more than what I was fucking supposed to than what the book was for. I fucked up. I'm human. I fuck up. You feel what I'm saying? Shit happens.
You just gotta take care of them.
Hey, so Mel, you were talking about stray dogs.
Yeah.
Hey, so another property that I think people forgot about, and it's actually been an option. It's been an option for a while, and so it actually just had another copy come out because it's had different series. It's a title called Beast of Burden from Dark Horse Comics.
Cool.
Beast of Burden. It's about talking dogs. But here's the problem for you, Mel. They do magic.
No, I'm done.
So
dogs do magic.
So it's talking dogs that they investigate paranormal activity. There's a psychic. There's a magician. There's all types of stuff.
A magician dog.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Get back to what we was talking about. Number 3.
Beast of Burden has already been optioned. They've been working on the movie for a while.
It's Beast of Burden. Miles Morales books. Fucking on fire and whatnot.
Miles. Anything Miles, man. They fucking ravenous for that shit. Like, but I mean that's the market right now in general. Everybody want Miles shit. And that's why I'm trying to build out my Miles collection with books that everybody doesn't have. Because when that movie come, when the next Spider-Verse come, when those Miles chips start falling into place, people gonna start looking. What can I get? What can I get? Once all the obvious shit dry up, it's time to start looking at the rare shit. You gotta play the game different. Gotta play the game different.
I forgot,
Animosity, another one.
I forgot how good Animosity was, and that was Stray Dogs before fucking Stray Dogs.
We 3 was a good one too. Grant Morrison.
We 3?
We 3, I think it was called.
Right,
it was
right.
about they would put animals in like these mech suits.
Really?
Yeah, it was dope.
That Stray Dog shit might start the Pets movies. It might start a run on the Pets properties.
Animosity was already an option.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean they ain't did nothing with it. But that don't mean anything. You know, some can be option for years before they decide to do anything with it.
Yeah, some movie places will buy the option rights in a movie that's something similar that they already have in process, so they can so they can park it. Yeah.
Yep. Where's Ultra at? So you can.
I don't know. He's on the green screen.
I think he's finishing the Matrix up.
I think he green screened up right now. I'll just say he'd be right back. What was number 4 that we had?
Number 4 was so I think Something Killing the Children was one of them.
Yeah, that shit's just super hot.
My Little Pony.
Nah, not maybe.
And then the last one, let me go back to our conversation. It's right here. I don't think it's any particular character, but any Marvel spec on a young character. Any Marvel spec on a young character is just
people ask. You know what's scary? People ask the Moon Girl crazy in myself. Like, where the Moon Girl at, man? Where the Moon Girl at? No matter shit I'm holding, I'm like, I'm like Lucas.
I got them all.
I know. I'm trying to get that. What's the name?
Nostalgia Express brought up a great point. Miles Morales, number 29. It's on FOC. That's coming up Monday.
Talking about the one with the Captain America suit.
Well, the Captain America suit that's just a variant cover, but the cover A, it shows Miles' mask laying in the middle of like an alley and some water, and the mask is all fucked up. It basically looks like he's about to get a new suit. And then if you read the description of the book, it also sounds like he's about to get it sounds like a new character is about to pop up in that number 29. But now that I think about it, I don't think he's going to get a new suit because they have an annual out where he's going to team up with. Go ahead, bro.
Well, he is. So we talked about this maybe 3 weeks ago, and I showed maybe like 7 or 8 different covers of him in like different suits. So he is, but there's nothing that says that he's going to stay with that particular suit. Just like Spider-Man, he got a suit 2 months ago, that blue and white joint, but he didn't stay with it.
Yeah, nobody give a fuck about it. That's why.
Yeah, it was like, okay, blue, white. Like, all right, next.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck about Spider-Man right now, except for they're just waiting for Nick Spencer to end his run with the Sinister War bullshit. So.
What else we got?
It'll be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Once I don't know who more incompetent, Sony or DC is.
Yo, what the fuck is that?
That is the Masters of the Universe Revelations number 2.
Dave Wilkins variant.
Dave Wilkins.
We had it on cover picks. We covered that on cover picks.
Wait, this is a store variant?
No, this is the normal. So
Cover A.
Cover A.
Dave Wilkins was originally supposed to only do issues 2 through 5 or 2 through 4. And he was going to do the B covers on them. And that's when Drew heard about that. Drew was like, I need to get Dave Wilkins on issue 1. That way there's a whole set of Wilkins variants.
Drew's a small motherfucker.
Yeah.
Well, what this? Well, you already answered the question. Why was this issue 1? Because he only did 2 to 5. This is fire.
It's a
This
Dark
shit
Horse
fire.
comic. Yeah, it's a Dark Horse comic joint. Not a lot of people have been ordering this shit. So
Problem
You know,
is they might not have is this going to be a virgin variant, or are they going to put the trade dress on it just like they did in the ruined? In my opinion, I mean, not ruined totally, but it would have been better on issue 1 Wilkins variant without the trade
let's see
dress where it is.
what does cover B?
All
look
the pictures I could find had
Just see-
just the
this-
version cover.
This fire.
That's the cover B. That's the Sinkowitz.
What?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Wait, show me. Issue 1 just said fucking because
The Mignola on issue 1 was terrible, but
man,
the Wilkins was decent. Really, I mean, it wasn't bad. It was good.
and that's Drew's.
Yeah, that's Drew's.
All right, so Brian, let me ask you: Wonder World, Drew's, or Alex Ross?
For issue 1?
Yeah.
Oh, Wonder World sorry, Drew's for sure. The Alex Ross is basically a reprint of a print that he did. So it's a beautiful, beautiful comic, but it's already been done. That's already been done. The
Wonder
Dennis
World?
Bard, the Wonder World one is fire. It's really good.
Super fire.
Yeah, super fire. Done by one of the original, old school comic artists from the Image run. That was really good. But listen, Dave Wilkins is the ultimate He-Man artist right now. There's nobody better than him, like, in my opinion.
The Ross was fire. The Wonder World was fire. The Wilkins was fire. This is number 1?
Yes, sir. This is the number 1.
Nah, man.
Yeah, and Dave Wilkins
7,
does the A cover on covers 2 through 4.
Yeah.
So it's like them choosing not to have him on the A cover was the only reason why Drew from Wana was like, oh, let me get that. Yeah, and that's my podium right there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, those 3.
So there's
That Wonder World. That Wonder World was something else.
So that shit fly with all the villains on there, man.
That shit was this right here though. This sycophant. And this is what FOC is with Monday.
yes, sir.
And it's open order.
Another cover that's fucking fire. Bitterroot cover B.
Yep. The homage.
7 Samurais.
Yep. See, I'm spending money on Lucas.
Motherfucker still ain't gonna order it, so
Motherfucker, I'm gonna order this shit, Lucas. Motherfucker, and I want the books. I'm gonna pay you.
So I know y'all are talking about Kanto on the top 10. There's a 1 to 10 coming out this week.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe, it's got a 1 to 10 for number 285. That's a meh.
That's the sweet Lady Jane.
That's not Lady Jane. That's that new chick with the cybernetic arm.
Well, that's
the wannabe female Cable or whatever her name is.
Wannabe Misty Knight.
Yeah. Wannabe Misty Knight, and she also had that variant cover. So, like, if you guys didn't notice, they solicited the same fucking variant cover for 282, 283, and 284, and it actually turned out to be the variant cover for 284. She was introduced in 281. And the 282 and 283 were the John Royal fucking. The first one was delayed like multiple weeks, and it came out like after 283 came out. The 282 was the Storm Shadow Snake Eyes variant, and then the 283 was the Zorana variant. And just like the release schedule for this shit was fucked, like big time. So the fact that they can keep track of what character's actually on the variant cover, it'll be amazing if the one that actually ships this fucking week actually has the same art.
Yeah.
My Little Pony 1 to 10.
Trash.
Avengers Tech on one. Tech on number 1. James Tuco. The first series.
Are you doing just incentives, Lucas, or this is just
nope, just incentives.
Nice.
I let Ultra freaking unless it's got some interesting shit for the regular covers. If it's got some interesting for the regular covers, I'll bring it up. But otherwise,
but
no,
Lucas, to be honest, some of the times you show a variant cover here, and then when I go to find the artwork for it, it's nowhere to be found because it's not public information. They're not updating their variant list very well. They're leaving off all of the one-shot extreme carnage. One shot variants, they're not showing up on the public diamond list.
Right.
So it's fucked.
Yes. Well, so here's what happens. Like, so I do my polls on Wednesday, right, through the database, right? And then there's a bunch of other companies like Comic Hub, Geek Fetch, and they do their polls, and then they've got a freaking butt monkey that's freaking trying to put in the information as much as they can, right?
Yeah,
and
butt
then
monkey.
and then the shit gets the last time that they work is maybe Friday afternoon, right? And then Friday at 5:00, that's when Diamond just drops shit. They drop new shit, right? Or they'll do it Saturday freaking morning, right? So this is Saturday morning. I'm pulling the stuff from the stuff that I see, but the stuff that's on a different freaking dashboard or Diamond, they haven't gotten it yet because their button monkey hasn't freaking pulled it into their database yet. So that's why.
Yep.
Daredevil second print for number 31.
McClay, did you get that image? Go ahead. Lucas, sorry.
Yeah, I got it.
Yep. Defenders number
Defenders
1.
1 to 25.
So who's on the new Defenders team? Does it say? Yes.
So we've been waiting for this guy for a while. That Midnight Mask guy.
Masked Raider. Yep.
Looks like Doc Strange, Silver Surfer. I'm not sure who that girl is, and it looks like the chick from the Hulk.
Harpy.
Yeah.
So it's Betty.
Montana the Rice pass.
So just be advised that you might want to freaking hook up with your LCS. Mini Desk Layla Star has got an unlockable. That's a 1 per store coming out.
Let me get that. I'm calling it now, Lucas.
Sorry, but DB, he's already locked it up.
Fuck him.
Star Wars High Republic number 8. It's got a 1 to 25.
There is a appearance. Shout out to Santos. Let me know that High Republic number 7 is the first appearance of Arla Jarny. And she's the High Republic number 7. She's on the cover of 8. So
okay.
Mighty Morphin number 10 has an unlockable.
Yes, I don't want that.
Eve number 4 is coming out.
Has a lockable? I want it. Don't fucking DB
no,
shit.
125.
It's a 1 to 25.
Mighty Morphin.
Mighty Morphin number 10 has a 1 to 10 coming out by Enyuk Lee. WWE New Day has got a Power Positivity number 2. It's got a 1 to 25.
Looks just like the number 1.
Yeah, should have been a 1 shot. This book should have been a 1
the number 1 was different. Oh, the number 1 to 25.
Yeah.
If this was with the Soldier, this would have been great.
Nah, this is Harlock, man. He's like Winter Soldier, but in space and like cooler.
Nothing in space is cooler. Mighty Morphin number 10 has a 1 to 25 by Rian Gonzalez.
And that means there's probably going to be an unlockable version just like the last one.
It is.
There is there? Because I haven't seen it drop yet. Mighty Morphin number 10 has got a 1 to 15. There's a new joint by Aftershock called PC number 1.
And that's a kaiju property, ain't it?
Yes, sir. Mighty Morphin 1 to 50 by Dan Mora.
Oh wow.
Eat the Rich #1. Now, once again, definitely get what your LCS is about this one. I've read it. It's not bad. It's got some potential, just as long as they don't fuck it up by #3. So get with your LCS on that one. Eve #4 also has a 1 to 10. This one, get those Eve #1s. That one has so much potential.
What is this?
This one is Eve #4. This one is the 1 to 10.
Tyler Kirkham.
Yeah, that Eve I'm telling you, this property has so much potential.
Tons.
I want Tyler Kirkham.
Phil from Vintage Toys and Comics just wrote an article on CBSI. Top investments between 2018 and 2021, and Eve was on there. I had already been speccing on this book. I bought a fucking metric shit ton of the second print and a metric shit ton of the 1 in 10s. I'm all in on this book, man. I'm all in on it.
Eat the Rich #1 also has a 1 to 25 by Frizen. It's got a 1 to 50, and I think I already talked about the unlockable. Here's that Miles Morales Spider-Man #21. This is a order all you want. This one's by NetEase.
And there's a Silk #5 variant by the same artist. Same theme too.
Yep.
Open order.
Yeah, and there's also a Daredevil that's out there. WWE New Day Power Positivity by Raza.
Y'all should be picking these New Day books up. I'm telling you, pick these New Day books up. Quick fun fact: the first ever championship match in WWE history that's going to be headlined by 2 black men will be this weekend. Kofi Kingston, who's part of the New Day, and Bobby Lashley. Quick fun fact.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. Star Wars High Republic #8.
No,
This one is
you're
Ariel
wrong.
and Adito.
You're wrong. Booker T versus The Rock.
Yeah, people forget The Rock.
No.
What do you mean no?
You don't count the Samoan.
Fuck you.
No, it's not that I'm not counting.
It's not that you're half racist. Go ahead,
No.
with your answer.
No,
Ordinary Guys. Ordinary Guys #2 is 1 to 25.
I like to eat the rich shit too.
Topps has a 2021 Dynasty baseball set coming out. Of course, it's going to be freaking allocated. Do let me know if you're interested in, so I can put some orders in. But the chance that you actually get it, once again, Brian, of course, if he wants it, he's my priority guy.
How many? How many you got to order?
It's not how much do I have to order; it's how much can I get.
Yeah.
So how much of the box?
I'm not a big fan of these types of sets, so I'll stay
Box-
out on this.
Box contains 1 pack
Yeah.
at $500. So
Yeah.
Suck my dick.
And just to clarify about the Booker T and The Rock, the reason I said no is because their match was for the WCW championship, not the WWE championship.
Top 21 finest Bundesliga soccer. I know somebody was asking about the Bundesliga soccer earlier, and once again clarified, the guy that you're looking for in this set is going to be that Erling Haaland. And last thing that I have on here is Captain Marvel #31, Enyuk Lee Virgin, and that one is a 1 to 50.
Really?
They got to cover A2. The Virgin is the 1 in 50.
That's beautiful.
If I order this shit and store variants come out, I want to cancel my order.
You don't have to worry about that because they have, again, like Ninth Wonder just said, there's a trade dress that's open order. Only the Virgins with the trade dress on the back are the 1 in 50 incentives. So if you want the art, you don't need to shell out the money for the Virgin cover. If you don't like the Virgin, the trade dress is going to satisfy a ton of people. And order all you want until Monday, and then the FOC is closed. So, or I'm sorry, order all you want until Sunday, and the FOC is closed.
Yeah, they changed that, right?
Yes, they did.
Yep. So get with your LCSs on that one, or if they can't help you, of course, stop by the Drunken Chat Sun freaking page. Check out the
Is
what you want.
is this the iconic Kamala Khan cover? Yes. Yes.
It's a dope cover. We talked about this one on Cover Picks. Inyuk Lee, I mean, it's part of a set. It has that going for it. It's Kamala Khan on a Captain Marvel book, so at least that part of it, makes sense. And it's a dope cover, man. I don't think that art pushes certain books as much as it probably should, but it's a dope cover. If you're a Miss Marvel fan, you should get it. If you're a fan of Inyuk Lee, you should get it.
This probably will be a key because it's issue 31 of a Captain Marvel. Why would you do a 1 in 50 on issue 31? What is this?
Well, it's a whole bunch of books they're doing a 150 on just to move this Virgin, because originally the Virgins weren't solicited, Mel, and they did this as an afterthought because they're like, oh look, we can pump orders by making the open order variant that we had. Because originally when this shit was solicited, I was like, no Virgin, I'm all about it. And then as soon as they did the Virgins, I'm like, maybe I'll get one. So it does kind of change some people's attitude when they're looking at this. But believe me, man, they solicited the shit out of this. A lot of us were hyped about them, and that's why they were like, oh, orders saw a little bit of an uptick because of this artwork. Let's really get them.
It's great. It's a great cover.
Sales tactics, right?
I'm not gonna order fucking 50 though.
But you also got to think how many shops you think is going to order 50 of this book.
Exactly. How many shops you think?
It's that good. See, the thing that they haven't had a thing to gauge on is because remember, there's maybe like 2 or 3 other books that were on FOC last week by Inyuk Lee that were absolutely freaking beautiful.
Yep.
But they haven't had the gauge to figure out whether people actually want these books or actually are willing to spend the money on these books yet.
Well, you never know, because there were some people that were like, hey, I saw these Inyuk Lees. I know there's a set of them. I know there's all 1 in 50s. Put me down for them. There's that shit happening out there too. So a lot of eBay pre-sales on these too, even before final order cutoff.
Right. I mean, those other books I could definitely see, like the Silks, and I forget the name of the other books, but Captain Marvel,
Hellions.
Yeah, Captain Marvel is so tough because, once again, that is the perfect example of how a movie can fuck up a character.
Yeah.
Or just give people a bad taste about the character.
I'm with Lucas.
General.
Well, they didn't do anything about it because she's the big star of Captain Marvel, the Marvels.
And the game sucked, Lucas said. Lucas said the game sucked. She was a key character in that game. And the game sucked.
Yeah. I started playing it like 3 months ago. I haven't picked that motherfucker up since. So.
It's just that first part. Well, that game sucked. I'm not even going. Yeah, that game just sucked. But it don't help when the game start off bad. Like, just to really get into the game, it take you about 2 hours. Like, that's no bueno.
Yeah, it's.
It's bad enough. Like, Middle America don't like Muslims, so it's bad enough that's gonna happen too. We gotta factor that shit in.
Wait, what?
Bad enough Middle America doesn't like Muslim. That's gonna factor some fucking shit.
Yeah, they're gonna say that she's gonna try to proselytize or freaking convert all of American children to Islam. So
it's not a choir.
They
No, nobody got that joke. Oh, Jesus.
Top still has $80 to $150. Panini is effed. I would say not because Uniform 13. I would say not because Panini during the day when everybody's at work, they had these daily freaking sales, right? And the boxes will start out at like $300 to $400, and they go quick. Sometimes they'll have a Dutch auction where the product starts out at like $10,000, and every 30 minutes the price goes down, and you're like, okay, DACA says it should cost this, so surely it'll come to within that price before it gets sold. Nope, by the time it hits 5,000, that product is gone. And that was the one rarity was like maybe 2 weeks ago, and I showed Brian that shit, and that was that Panini Select NFL joint, and it was at $400. and it actually stayed there for like 5 days. But I think what happened was people had run out of money for a little bit. But as soon as their money came back up, people went back in and freaking bought it back up. So it's more freaking people based versus, oh, I want this freaking product. So I think that's what happened.
It's a lot of money.
Too much money to be thrown around.
Oh, is it time? Is it that time?
It's been time.
Good time.
How long has that been on screen?
Oh shit, my bad.
What up, everybody? Everybody in the live chat, thank you all for tuning into this wonderful, momentous occasion of Drunken Chat. I am the voice behind the slideshow here. I was going to take a piss break before all this went down, but let's see. I can hold it. It's all good. Don't break the seal. And if you have broken the seal already, now's the time to go tap that kidney and get your ass back here, because we got some Drunken Chat spec matrix, and so let's talk.
It's the first time I see the Matrix live in like a couple of weeks.
Really? Well,
yeah, I got a little bit of energy.
All right, well, cool, man. After this, you and I are both going to crash out probably, so it's cool. It's cool.
I heard you had some fouls tonight.
Nah, man, it ain't going to go down like that. But what it is going to go down with is this snazzy little logo here made by Eric Hurd. If he's in the chat, shout out to Eric Hurd wherever you're at, man. And
Yes,
everybody in the chat, follow him at Hurd S Eric on IG, and don't forget, I got this little giveaway. I got a little channel. But this is the Raw Report, everybody. This is the Raw Report variant edition. And I do this over here on Mel's channel. But you can find me on IG, on Facebook, and over there, Twitter. You can also find me on Whatnot. And I was supposed to be loading up some additional stuff today. Didn't get a chance to do that because dad life. But who knows? I might be going live and doing an auction tomorrow, and you might want to be following me on Whatnot just to make sure you don't miss that. So
don't be afraid to let the balls hang out, man.
Hey, man, look, I let it hang out last time. I might be setting some minimums just to make sure I don't lose my ass. But it's cool. We're still going to throw up some stuff. So everybody, please stand by as we enter the Matrix. But first, before we enter that Matrix, I want to give a shout out to Macroeconomics for everything they've done. And again, my giveaway. I haven't forgot to record the video. I haven't had time. That's just the honest to God truth. I was barely able to get a Raw report in last night. But don't forget, Haha issue number 6 did just drop. Spy versus Spy, everybody. So make sure you are following them. So there's going to be some spoilers ahead if you don't follow my channel. But it's cool. It's cool. Welcome to the Spec Matrix. And guess what, everybody?
Right on time.
Is it right on time? Well, let's just say that I see a lot of regular issues going absolutely apeshit. And a couple of weeks back, I had Rob from Rob's Comics ask me. He's like, "How deep is the Matrix on She-Hulk?" I said, "Bro, this shit is Mariana's Trench deep," and it's true because look, She-Hulk has a lot of covers because she's got a lot of her own titles. So this is the variant edition of the Spec Matrix. So we're not really going to focus on too much of that, but there are some highlights. This is the Omnibus by John Byrne. And shout out to McClay for making me pronounce it correctly. So the John Byrne Omnibus has a ton of sensational She-Hulk stuff inside of it, and there's her carrying the band. So we're gonna get into some good stuff right here because also the Marvel graphic novel number 18, classic, right? John Byrne again. Marvel Illustrated, the swimsuit edition. Everybody, classic 1990s action right here.
Nice.
And then, like I said, there's a ton of covers out there. Greg Horn, Mike Diodato Jr., John Byrne, Brian Boland. I mean, a ton of people out there. There's a couple of classics that are really, really cool.
That one's good.
Yeah, because it's a throwback to that to the Hulk, holding up the whole Secret Wars thing, and then of course there's this one. There's this one out there, which is the homage to Pulp Fiction, which there's actually a price variant mistake. Yep. There's an error.
I saw for $10.
You had an error.
I had an error.
Wow, man. Crazy. So I want my sharks out there to be looking out for that error. I believe it does say 150 cents on the direct $1.95. Is that correct, Mel?
Yeah, something crazy like that.
So it's like, yeah, there's an error that has the newsstand price on the direct or the direct price on the newsstand. Not really sure which is which. And then rounding out the covers that are A covers is a little bit of hair pulling from Mark Brooks. I mean, come on, right? Rogue versus She-Hulk with some hair pulling, bro, and some choking.
Mm-hmm.
Just got Campbell.
Where is Just R at, man? He's got something to say about that.
They can't, Well, shout out to Leg, alphabetical excellence, maybe about it.
Yeah, man. So follow the Hulks, right? They're the connecting variant that has all the different versions of the She-Hulk from what's her name? It's not Titania, it's something else. She's damn it, I've got a Bartel variant with her on it too, and I can't remember her name right now, but she's on the left. And then you got your Jen Walters in the middle, and then you've got your Red She-Hulk, which is your Betty Brant, right? Betty Ross? Yeah, Betty Ross.
Mm-hmm.
So the three different She-Hulks. And then, of course, you got some classics out there like these Fantastic Fours. And again, shout out to Rob Comics for all of his She-Hulk stuff. So he's all about the She-Hulk pinups and all about all that stuff. But there's also some connecting variants from the later She-Hulk run by Weta. So, or I'm sorry, Chris Anka, right? This is Anka.
Mm-hmm.
So this is She-Hulk 8, 9, and 10. But this is the Spec Matrix variant edition. So let's talk more so about some variants. I may have slipped in a couple other regular covers in here, but we're going to talk about some variant books out there. So She-Hulk number 8 was so popular that it actually tripped a second print. And then this is the second print where she's, talking about the Civil War, saying, okay, now is your second chance. Fantastic
cover. Love this cover.
You love the ripped She-Hulk right here?
Hey, she got a little ass on her, man.
Yeah, well, I mean that's true, but she's like snoo She-Hulk here, right?
Yeah, fucking She-Hulk. Who fucking She-Hulk?
That's me. It's all me all day.
She a wild freak. I ain't no front.
I mean,
she up there fucking crushing Thor's pelvis.
Yeah,
Hercules fuck.
Juggernaut
fuck. Mm-hmm. Hawkeye fuck. Wonder Man fuck. She-Hulk.
All right. So besides that one right here, so we got some more of the other ones that you might not have known about so much. So this one right here is Avengers number 6, the Cassidy variant. This is your Fantastic Four variant. So it's her holding up the 4. And then your Marvel Legacy variant. So this is your She-Hulk number 159, which, yes, it does have an old cover swipe for the lenticular, but this is your 1 in 25 incentive. Again, so this is the two different Hulks, right? They don't really get down with each other. We have the one green She-Hulk, and then we have the PTSD gray Hulk. That's just how it went down. So here's the Avengers variant from She-Hulk, which is number 161. And then this one right here. So Dan Mora showing, the PTSD Hulk and the green Hulk not really getting down with each other still. And putting her in the headlock right there, right? So, and she's PTSD Hulk because of what happened to her in Civil War. So apparently,
she died, right?
Yeah. Apparently, she dies, and you don't know like what happens to her until much later. And shout out to Lucas for the spotlight on
the Green Door.
Yeah, well, it was the Immortal She-Hulk one shot that all that shit went down in, showing that she's a Hulk, but she's also got ties to all that stuff. But then, of course, we've got some of these other ones like the Megan Hedrick, Totally Awesome Hulk, Women of Power variant from.
I sold this for whatnot for $26.
Man, somebody fucking ripped it. So yeah, I mean, there's going to be some people winning on whatnot, and if you buy it from us, you're probably going to be winning because we putting up the fire. So. There's this one right here, Sensational She-Hulk number 22, which is the Savage She-Hulk zombie variant. All right?
I ain't mad at that.
You know how I do. How do I start off? I start off like lukewarm and I get the hot, right? So
there was a version for this?
Yep.
Yeah, so there was an open order and there was the Virgin variant because, of course, they were pushing the first appearance of Echo as Phoenix. So that's why I didn't buy this one. But, you can buy the open order with the trade dress for much, much cheaper. This right here, I don't know if it's Ponytail or Age of Ultron gave her a buzz cut, Carol Danvers style, but here is your Age of Ultron number 4, 1 in 50 incentive.
I don't like that.
Yeah, that would be terrifying. A freaking bald ass She-Hulk.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it either. Hulk 159 with the McCone headshot variant. And even though it's the PTSD She-Hulk, she's still...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. More of this. A-Force number 3.
This is nice.
So, I mean, yeah.
If you I ain't even gonna say that. I know what's in there. I know what's in there because you're a smart guy.
What? Come on, man.
A-Force 9?
What?
Yeah.
So Marvel Legacy, of course, had the Women of Marvel variant, which had all the ladies on the cover. So don't sleep on this one, too, because it's got your Moon Girl, your Nico, your Spider-Woman, your She-Hulk, Squirrel Girl, Elektra, Medusa, Ms. Marvel. Now we're getting warmer.
Okay.
Because as you guys know, this is the 1 in 50 on She-Hulk number 1, right? So this is that Marvel Now run. This is the Jen Walters breaking the fourth wall run that is rumored to be heavily looked upon and lifted from. All right, so this is your 1 in 50 by Stegman. I thought this was the better cover. And you're going to hate me for saying it because I thought it was better than this one right here. But this one's a ghost because it's a 1 in 100 on a book that had 3 printings. So obviously the demand wasn't aware for how good the book was. And yeah, good luck.
It's trash compared to the other one. I agree with you.
Stegman's I think is better, but everybody likes this one more. And don't get me wrong, Saya is good. Saya is real good sometimes, man. Like she's got some fire art. But I just wasn't. I didn't feel that one as much. And then of course you got the She-Hulk Amanda Connor.
This is fire.
Yeah, man. I had so many opportunities to buy this book for under $30, and I'll kill myself now for seeing what this shit sells for. Everything from this She-Hulk run from 2013, 2014. I can't remember what year it came out, but the Marvel Now She-Hulk run, they are selling like hotcakes, and they're not cheap. Except for the last issue, which is cheap as fuck for whatever reason. It's like by then everybody knew what the hell was going on. But here, another one, the She-Hulk number 3 Anka variant. Yeah, I didn't put her battle lines on here, Eugene, because I've covered that one a lot heavily in the past.
What year was this run?
This is, I think, 2013 or 2014. So this is the one that has the first, second, and third print of number 1. The third print's got the green text. The second print's like the really short printed one with the blue bar at the bottom. All right, so here's your number 9, and I shouldn't be showing you guys this one because this is one that I'm missing from my collection. But here's your 1 in 25 Deadpool variant, and then the final issue of that run is the Chris Anka. This is the one that there's a metric ton of these out there that sells for like $3. So probably a good one that you can find in back issue bins. But I think it's kind of funny her flexing out her suit. So this is a more recent one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Simone.
I know where you're going.
Simone DeMeo.
The one I'm talking about better be there.
So just relax, man. Relax.
I got you.
All right, so Women of Marvel, Amanda Connor once again, and this is probably the snoo She-Hulk looking, probably a little bit like the most calm she's looked in a while at this point. Because man, they were really she just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Now they're in that World War She-Hulk line. So I don't know what's going on there. It's like she's Gamma running away. But they did this Fortnite variant too, which I think is Pacelli. I may be mistaken on that one. But if you're a Fortnite fan, you probably pick this one up because she's. So looking back through some of the older books too, the fall of the Hulk's going down during Incredible Hulk, and then they turned into Incredible Hulks. There's a couple of good She-Hulk variants in there, and then of course this one by Frank Cho. And there's a couple others out there by Frank Cho, and look, I'm not covering every single variant that's out there by She-Hulk. I'm covering some of the ones that are a little bit less known. So as we go through the next list of books here, there's some more regular covers, and I wanted to point out this one because it's a Merca and Dolpho cover. So you guys might have spotted this one on Merca's work before, shared on this channel. One of my personal favorites, Art Adams giving long shot the backhand with She-Hulk. Right? So pretty cool one. And again, shout out to Lucas for putting this book on a lot of people's maps, and all of a sudden it tripped to second printing. They needed to do a second print on it because it had the first appearance of a baby in there too, right, Lucas?
Yes, sir. A lot of interesting things that was happening around She-Hulk. So she's got a new series coming out pretty soon, right?
I believe so, and I think they're doing that to try to time it and drum up a beat for her actual Disney Plus shit. But who knows? We don't know where the material's coming from. All right, but this next one's a back issue bin dive for all you sharks out there, and this is probably one of the better covers. Marvel Age 76.
Yeah.
And just like the Jim Lee Psylocke, this is a book that is sought after by fans of the character. So you'll probably be able to find them out there. And, there's also this image I found showing the original cover art. So had to show this one. Hot shit, right? Hot shit. So you guys ready? I've got 10 of my favorites. 10 of my favorites, and we're going to start off first with the Sensational She-Hulk number 22's 1 in 15 incentive.
Interesting lines. Love them.
This one's McGinnis. So, Mel, are you talking about this one right here?
Oh, that's fire too. I can never find that one.
Yeah, I like that one.
I love that one.
All right. Well, I skipped over the A-Force number 5s because there's 2 of those there. And yeah, I could have put those in, but those are some of the most common ones. Of course, the Ibanez number 1 with her having, being front focused character. I definitely wanted to include that one. But I also wanted to include some of the lesser known ones.
Yeah. The Wada. Very good.
Kevin Wada doing this one, and of course got some of my Red Kryptonite on there, so I'm chasing it. But I mean, just check out the detail, man. Like She-Hulk just chilling, doing some karaoke with her girl at the bar. Now everybody knows why we down.
Do you roller derby? That's what I'm saying.
Nah. Huh? Yeah, it's not in my top 10, man. Look, the Mark Brooks one, it should be on here, but look, it's been beat to death, Mel. And I'm trying to show some people some stuff that's not really on the beat on the path. Respect. But look, Russell Dauterman continues to find a way to make a name for himself, even when they told him to push this is a big, this is that snoo Hulk, this is her taking the place of Hulk while Hulk's off fighting immortal stuff in his series. So, all right.
Yeah.
That's still your cuz Hulk. So, Tedesco variant, and this is a book that I have regret for putting back on the shelf when it dropped. Just because Tedesco did a good job, and even Spidey down, like Spidey's
even in the guts of the book, it's like a key book.
Yeah, there's some good stuff going on in Marvel Comics 1000. So here we go, everybody. Y'all know about this one?
I don't want to know about that one.
What the hell is that?
That's Mike Allred doing FF number 5.
Bitch like Jolly Green Giant.
Okay. Then Mike Allred is, of course, your love it or hate it, right? Like you either love his art or you hate his art. You don't like him in between. You don't like him a little bit.
I hate this one.
Okay, pass on the Allred. Can't like everything. And I know this one's a little bit more recent.
Pretty.
but I got to be honest, this is probably one of the top 10 of all the She-Hulk covers out there. Bartel.
Yeah. Hero Age, classic cover.
God damn. That looks like a Milo Manera. God damn, what the fuck's
Yeah.
going on there?
So yeah, this is
Campbell.
your Jeff Scott Campbell, and I believe it's a 1/15. All right, now I believe the final book I got on my list tonight
What?
is yeah, man. Look, I'm like I said, there's some books out there that everybody knows about. Everybody knows about that Mark Brooks number 3 A-Force. Everybody knows about the number 5 A-Force with the hammer. You know, everybody knows about a lot of her A covers again by Greg Horn. You know, all those A covers, all of her regular covers, but some of these variants and some of this shit appears in books that nobody fucking orders. Like this one right here. Empire number 5, the Lozano variant. By the time issue 5 came around, people were so pissed off at this book, they were not ordering any of the B covers or incentives. They were ordering for, you know, whatever people who fucking had it on subs. This shit didn't even hit shelves by me. And this is one of the better She-Hulk covers put out in the last, I don't know, 10 years maybe. And she's not super swole here, which is, you know, where I'm at with She-Hulk chasing. But that is my She-Hulk spec matrix on some unknown books. If you like it, smash that like button below. Leave a comment if you're watching on the rewind. Don't forget to subscribe.
What about that last issue with Raza?
So yeah, Mel. I mean,
the print one was crazy. I didn't think the print one was that fucking high.
Yeah, I mean, and you also have to remember some of those. There's some of those by Raza. DeCall did, I think, issue number 3's regular cover of Hulk before it switched over to She-Hulk in the Legacy renumbering. So there's a ton of good, and John Tyler Christopher was doing artwork on that shit too. But that was during that PTSD Gray Hulk, and then she became their super swole Green Hulk. But now I think we're going to see a return.
I think there was a torque where she was choking the fuck out of fucking Amadeus Cho.
Yeah, man. I mean, she like
there's some great covers in that run.
They're right now going into World War She-Hulk.
That's just stupid.
Well, that just came out. So Avengers number 48 or whatever it is, got her like chained up, you know, in like the penance outfit where, you know, it's like the handcuffs with the fucking big old back straps and shit. So what are they doing? She-Hulk? Are they going to clean up going on with her being overtly OP? Like right now, like I said, she's Death by Snoo Hulk. She is, you know, she's out there kissing God of Thunder Hulk like he's like the 9th grader and she's the senior.
Well, what about the one per store Daily Bugle variant?
Kind of okay. I mean,
hard to find.
I wouldn't say hard to find. Yeah, and you know the Dan Slott run on the one that Jason's asking about in the chat, that is She-Hulk Acts of Vengeance annual number 1. And I guarantee it's a low ordered book, but it's a Merca and Dolfo A cover. The B cover was that connecting variant. So, and there was no incentive variant for that book. So you should be picking up that A cover if you're a fan of Merca and Dolfo's work. And Mel's phone be blowing up. So thank you everybody for saying it's a sweet list, even though I didn't put some of the stuff that Mel wanted on there. But I have shown some of those other books before. And there's some other She-Hulk books out there. I'm not saying that that's the end all be all. That was just some of the cool stuff that I found doing my research. Some books that and that Empire one caught me off guard. I was like, man, this is a recent book. But nobody knows about this shit because ain't nobody fucking order Empire.
It was such a mix up in between, you know, everything that was going on with the pandemic and not nobody giving a fuck about what the fuck was going on with Empire. It was a storyline that they just sprung on everybody, and nobody gave a fuck because they had like 3 other storylines that were going on, man. So it was
because we were hyped up and previewed it for King in Black, and then they drop Empire. And it's like, oh, well, I'm not really picking this one up. And we just come off of 10 of Swords, right? Mm-hmm. So I know I was fatigued. I was like, fucking 22 parts. What the fuck am I doing? But, you know, It was hot fucking trash. See, Patrick, and the one caveat, the one good thing to come out of Empire was that one She-Hulk variant. There is always a bright side, but it did take 5 issues for them to come up with that one good variant cover.
Yeah.
But look, so like I said, off the beaten path, some of the She-Hulk stuff. She-Hulk game is probably going to be,
Crazy.
it's starting to get crazy already. It really is, and I'm watching a lot of different properties. So right now, this is the time and opportunity. Well, I hope you all sold your Vote Loki books because that dude's going to need a hand. So like seriously, we come off all the Loki spec. The Kang spec's going to ramp up for a little bit, but then it'll be forgotten about. The what if spec? You really think it's going to do anything? You really think what if spec's going to move the needle?
Ask your man, fucking $15 a fucking book over there.
Oh no, that ain't my man. No.
Hey, Ultra, what was the issue with that one bullseye on the cover?
That's the one. It was the Acts of Evil annual She-Hulk #1.
This spec matrix is going to go down as one of the ones that people go back to. It's like how they're going crazy for Kang right now. They're going to come back like, what? No. What fucking spec matrix was the one Ultra was talking about She-Hulk? Write it down now. Episode fucking was the season 4 episode what?
4.
Episode 4 and 4. Just remember 4 and 4.
Right.
Hey, listen. I gotta wait up tomorrow morning. I gotta wait for fucking 4 hours. I gotta be at this show tomorrow.
We're done. We've gone through every segment.
So why we can't do this every week or so early?
Because we bullshit. We talk. We get guests on. McClay goes for Smoke Breaker 3, and I don't know, man. It's just what happens.
We covered stocks. We covered cards. We covered whatnot. We covered Brian's beard and hair. We covered a whole bunch of greatness. You know what I mean? We sports. We did sports, and all under 3 hours, and the fans were happy. I love it. Only thing we didn't do was give away. I will be giving away some shit next week. Shout out to Bird City.
Shout out to. They need it. It's been a minute since we've had them on, so we need to get them back on here.
Absolutely. And they fucking probably burned up in 130-degree weather.
Yeah.
Where they at?
Classic.
Where they at?
Classic.
Phoenix. Yeah, they're out of Phoenix.
Oh shit!
The original unprecedented defect.
God bless them.
Man, Arizona's hot shit right now.
So I'd like to thank you guys. McClay, I'd like to thank you. Ultra, definitely like to thank you. Ultra, definitely like to thank you. McClay, definitely like to thank you. Definitely like to thank everybody who come through. Definitely love to thank the fans. I love y'all. I'm probably to be out. I don't know if Lucas probably got some extra shit going on.
Nope, that's it.
Let's end the show.
This is probably the first time I hit in broadcast in like 19 weeks. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.